All right, there we go. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. Today, we're going to be doing part 2 of the LEGO Black Panther Bust. So, hopefully, we'll be able to finish this up today, but I'm not really sure. We might have to do a part 3 later tonight, but the goal is finishing this today so that I can do a little quick overview of it tomorrow. So I guess we'll just go ahead and get straight on into it. This is what we've got so far that we built last night. What's up, Killinox? We'll try to be here, but can't confirm I'll be able to for sure or not. All right. Awesome. Well, welcome in. Hopefully, you're able to stick around for a little bit. We might do another stream, though, later, depending on how quickly we're able to move through the bags for this one. We got about halfway through with this yesterday, and so we've been able to get most of the actual bust done. And I think today we are mainly going to be working on the claws, where he does like the kind of Wakanda Forever salutes. And then we also have to, you can tell it's not finished up towards the top here. And then off to the sides, you can see there's a lot of exposed studs. So we, of course, have to finish that up too. But I'm excited. It's been a very nice build so far. It's kind of different from what I've usually done. Also, I decided I was going to display with this little Black Panther minifigure from, I think this is from the sets that they released around the Avengers game that was in like 2020, 2021, I think. I think it was 2020, actually. It was before I really started collecting Lego. What is up, Jennifer? How you doing today? Welcome back. This is what we were able to accomplish yesterday, and hopefully we'll finish things up today, though I'm not entirely sure. The goal is to finish it up in this live stream, but we may have to do a third stream later on tonight if we're not able to get as far as I want to. Though I see no reason why we can't finish, though. I think there is a little more pieces in the second instruction book, but that shouldn't hinder us too much, because I think one thing that always takes a while for some reason is anytime I have a big Lego set, it takes me forever to unbox it, and I have to like sort through the bags. But we don't have to do that today. We just get to get right on into the build, and it looks like we are first starting off with some of these side details right here. We're gonna finish off those guys, which will be exciting. There's quite a few pieces here, lots of big plates. We've got like some of these like round-ish pieces too, so looking good. I remember yesterday, a lot of our time was spent actually building up the set and making sure that it was sturdy. It had like a Technic base to it. So those usually take me quite a bit of time to do. So luckily, we don't have to worry about that today. So I'm very excited. I also have been like I said yesterday, I've been planning my expansions for the future Lego releases. I measured out how big I need my shelf to be for the UCS Venator that is coming out in October. So I measured that, and I went ahead and ordered some new shelf brackets for it. So I am very excited to have those come in, and I'll be able to hang up some new stuff and display some more Lego sets in the collection. So that's very exciting. I finally got that out of the way. I just have to go and I already bought the bracket, but I actually have to go and buy the wood from Home Depot and get that measured and cut to the length that the new shelf will need. But that shouldn't take too long. I honestly might go do that today while I still have the weekend off, depending on how long this takes us here. Also, this is what we've got so far. It's very, very similar to the rest of the build. I really like the blues and the purples, even though you don't really see these guys when the model is finished. It's still cool that they kind of kept this like consistent color scheme for it. It reminds me a lot of the kind of ancestral plane that we see in the Black Panther movies. It's got kind of like a purple and a blue color scheme to it. So I do like that a lot, I would say. And so far, I'm really enjoying this set. I know this set has a lot of controversy around it. It was funny. I posted a video on TikTok highlighting it, and it's a pretty even split. People who absolutely love this set, and then people who hate this set. I feel like there's not really an in-between with this one. This is definitely known for having its haters, but I have definitely come around on it, and I'm excited to see it finished up. It's very heavy. I was carrying it off of the shelf. I had it displayed on my shelf for a little bit just to make sure it fit, and it did, which was a relief because it would suck. Go through all of this building and then find I have to put it somewhere like completely random because I won't have space for it. But luckily, that is not the case. And like as I was moving it off the shelf, I was like, oh my gosh, this thing is bigger than I thought it was, heavier than I thought it was. But I think that's a good problem to have. I don't like when I get a Lego set and I expect it to be really big and then it's not. So I'm happy that that's the opposite for this one. Hey, what's up? It's Tio. Yo, we here for part two. Hey, yeah. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's definitely getting there. Yes, it is. We are about halfway through. There are 17 bags and we are just now starting on bag number 9. What we're working on right now is we are working on kind of the side details for the face. And then I think we'll just work on the top, and then really the rest of the set is just the gauntlets. I think those take up a decent chunk, I would say, of the second instruction booklet, it looks like. Because they honestly could have just sold the gauntlets as their own set. Because I think like each one has around like 600 pieces in them, and that's like about the same as the Infinity Gauntlet and Nano Gauntlet sets have in them. So I'm having a lot of fun right now, but I'm not really looking forward to getting to that. But I think on the bright side, even though it probably won't be the funnest thing to build with the gauntlets, it'll help me see how big this set is actually going to get, and we'll get a better idea as to like what the final product will look like. I'm excited to have like the first part of the set finished because it looks kind of ugly right now. It's this like just half finished. You can just like see these huge like gaps right here, but it's pretty cool though from what I can see now. So I'm happy with it. I really like the necklace in the set. I know, right? I think you can actually, if you get 2 more rope pieces, you can actually wear it. It's like life size. Like it doesn't like wrap all the way around T'Challa, but I guarantee you, if you had like 2 more, they use like the Spider-Man web pieces. If you got 2 of those, you could definitely wear it. I think that's kind of a funny detail because it is almost life size, and that kind of shows it off right there, I guess. But I really like it too. It's a very simple build. It doesn't use a lot of pieces, but it definitely works, and I think it looks really cool. So I'm very happy with it too. I think I haven't really had any complaints so far with any of the techniques that they have used in this. I think everything just looks very polished and very well put together, in my opinion. Hey, what's up, Wiley Boy 17? Welcome in. Welcome in. We are just continuing on with part 2 of the LEGO Black Panther Bust set. We are working on kind of the side of his face details. You can see it looks pretty finished right here, but like off to the side, not at all. It's like just kind of a train wreck here. We still have our work cut out for us on that part of it. But so far, it's been a pretty fun build, though. I really like it. I think hold on, I'm like trying to find this one like sloped piece, and I just cannot find it for the life of me, which is kind of frustrating. All of these are like the exact same color, except I need one that's like slightly different from the rest of them, which is like, where is it? But I think, no, I didn't find it. Oh, well. Okay, we're just going to come back to it. I think that's the one part I don't like about building Lego sets. It's like looking for like literally there's like one more piece of a certain element that you need, and then you're just like, oh, I can't find it. I can't find it, but oh well. But yeah, it has been a while. I agree. Yes. Since my last TikTok live stream, that was all the way back because I used to mainly do lives over on TikTok. It has been since July, like early July. I remember the last set I built over there was the 2016 Clone Turbo Tank, which was a fantastic set. I really like that one. It still remains one of my favorites in the Lego collection. It's got some great minifigures, and I'm happy to have a turbo tank in my collection too. It looks really nice, very well polished. I like the scale of it too because it fits in perfectly with my Lego collection. So I like that it's kind of at the smaller scale. That's kind of how I feel about the new gunship that they've got. A lot of people were complaining about the size of it, how it was a little bit too small, but I was like, it'll help me finish. Oh, I finally found the piece I was looking for. Dang. But it'll help me fit the gunship in my collection. So it's like I would rather be able to fit it than have like just no room for it. So I'm happy with the smaller scale for a few things. GTA 5 turns 10 years old today. Hey, what's up, Brick Guy? How you doing today? That's crazy how long that game has been out for. And it's still active today because they still haven't done the 6th one, which is kind of crazy. But happy birthday, GTA 5. I think that's probably one of the most influential video games ever released. I would say. I think it's one of like the fastest selling ones too. So a monument of a video game for sure. Wiley Boy says, "I miss the TikTok lives, but how do you feel about YouTube lives?" I kind of like them better than the TikTok lives for a few reasons. I think a few reasons. TikTok live has its advantages too. I think I liked the community that I built up on the TikTok lives, and since I'm still new to YouTube lives, I haven't quite built up that community like I did on TikTok. So that's definitely a part of the TikTok live streams that I do miss a lot. However, I think there is greater potential in the YouTube ones, and there's a few reasons for that. Number one is you get the expanded kind of view here. So like you're able, it's not in like portrait mode on your phone. You get like a greater view of what's going on. So you can see like more of my sets in the background, which is nice. So there's always something going on. You can see more of what I'm able to build, and it's more customizable too. Like you can like hook up a webcam and like you can hook up a microphone and stuff. And I really like that. Also, you don't have to deal with as many trolls, which is good. So you're not worried about getting banned every 2 seconds. So I like that part of it too. Though it'd be nice to do a TikTok live stream again, but I've kind of given up on renewing my access to that. So I guess we'll just have to wait until it's been a year since I got banned in July. But also, look, we have got our first panel done, and we've got to move this bust over a little bit, and this is going to, I think, clip into some brackets, right? Oh no, it's just gonna slide in. Let's see if I can get this on here. So it goes right here, and it should be able to fit on there nicely. Okay, I think I've got to actually move up this one plate that I placed yesterday, and then this guy should be able to lock in there, and then we'll be able to do the rest of the details on this side of T'Challa's face. So there we go. It's nice and secure. So we've covered up a lot of the studs, but we are nowhere near completion for that. Or I think I'm being a little bit, I'm not giving myself enough credit. I think we are definitely getting there, but there is still a ways to go, I would say, before we have a finished product here. But we're making some decent progress on that. I'm extremely picky with LEGO. I don't want the ECS gunship just because of the figs, and then calling it an OG trilogy set. I'll tell you what, though. I feel like with the UCS sets, yeah, it could have been. It could have had a better minifigure selection. I won't fight you on that because you're completely right about that. However, when it comes to UCS sets, I feel like the main appeal should not be the minifigures. The minifigures should be just like, a little added bonus. Like, oh, I have this really nice model to display. And also, they threw in some really cool minifigures in there as well, too. I don't think just because the set has bad minifigures for the UCS series that it should discourage you from buying it. I think it definitely would have sold a lot better, and I would have enjoyed it a lot more if it had better minifigure selection. I agree, the minifigs for the UCS gunship suck. The only good one's the Mace Windu, and there's literally a better Mace Windu for sale on like a $30 set. So I won't fight you on that. However, I think you should definitely try and, if you have space, you should definitely try and pick up the ECS gunship because it does retire at the end of the year. And I think it is honestly my favorite gunship that I have in my collection out of the two. I don't really have a big gunship collection, but hey, out of the two that I do have, I do really like the UCS one. It's a fun build, and they have a lot of detail in it. Like, it's a very well put together model. Like, I'll give it credit for that. And I had a lot of fun putting it together too. So I really liked it. It's a bit overpriced, but like it's only going to shoot up more in value when it retires. So I would highly recommend picking up, especially if you have plans to get the Venator. I think those two sets would complement each other really nicely on display. Also, I think this panel is now done too. So we're just going to attach this one to the brackets that I had here earlier, and that just kind of slides in like that. There we go. Wait, hold on. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, that looks pretty nice. So I like how they're able to kind of accomplish that. So now we just have this upper area that we have to work on. I mean, at least you don't have to spend $500 on the 2013 gunship. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. A lot of people are hating on how the gunship's overpriced, but like, look at your other options that you have. Like that's not like saying, oh yeah, LEGO, good job pricing this for more than it's worth. But like, there's not really many other options you have for it, and I think they kind of know that, which is why they priced it so high, in my opinion. But Oh well. Now when I look at the new Ghost, makes the old one look so mid. Honestly, yeah, but you have to give the designers credit. I definitely agree, but it's crazy how the old Ghost was able to hold up until for like I think it was like 9 years until the new iteration of it came out. But yeah, they definitely. I think the old Ghost walked, so the new one could run because they took what worked with the old model and then just expanded on that, and then boom, it was a very nice set. Probably one of my favorites in my Lego Star Wars collection. I think it's definitely in the top 10 as I love Star Wars Rebels and I have, excuse me, loved the Ahsoka show so far. So I've really, really enjoyed it. And that has since given me, I guess, a little bit of a bias to the set because I feel like if the Ahsoka show wasn't as good as it was, I wouldn't really appreciate the Ghost as much as I do. I'd still love it, but I feel like it wouldn't be as cool if you ask me. But I don't know. Since now I have the Jedi Starfighter with Hyperdrive set, my next dream set is the 2011 Superstar Destroyer. Oh, the Superstar Destroyer is really nice. I like that set a lot. It's the UCS one. You get some cool minifigures in that one too. I think you get Bosk, Dengar, and I think you get Vader and Admiral Piet, who I think is the Admiral Piet. I think I know I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, but I know he's exclusive and he goes for a decent amount. And I think the Superstar Destroyer is a really nice set. It's been forever since we've gotten a UCS one. We did just get the midi scale Superstar Destroyer, but we probably are overdue for a UCS one as it's been like over 10 years. So I don't know if they'll actually do one. That would be really cool if they remade it, but I think that's a good set to have as on your wish list, I would say. I think my wish list right now, I'm definitely trying to get that Venator, and I want to get the General Grievous buildable figure as well, and I still want Darth Maul's Sith Infiltrator. Those are kind of like the White Whale sets right now that I'm like, okay, I really want these guys, but probably won't get them for a little bit just because I'm trying to prioritize sets that are out now and retiring soon as opposed to ones that are already retired that like likely won't shoot up in value because if I can save money on sets that are available now, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. Well, I don't want it because I want the Coruscant gunship and 2008 gunship. That's a fair point. I would say the 2008 gunship's really nice too. You should be playing all the stars since it's Black Panther themed Lego. I was actually going to have the Black Panther movie playing in the background, but unfortunately my TV is like literally right in frame, and I don't want to get the live taken down because like you're not supposed to play full movies on YouTube because that's illegal. So I don't think there's really a problem with it like being background noise. I think as long as it's not just the movie, you know, if I'm talking over it, I don't think it would necessarily detect it too much. But I'm also scared to kind of I don't really know how YouTube works with their live streams though, because I know that's like probably got a bunch of copyright on it and stuff. So I don't want to get taken down. So I don't right now we're kind of just going with no background noise while I still figure things out and find the rules to everything. Because that would suck if I got banned on TikTok Live. I already am, but if I got banned on the YouTube one too, because then we're like, no. I guess at that point I'd have to start a Twitch account and hope I don't get banned on there. But if I got banned on there too, I'd be like, okay, well, whatever. I think it's a sign, you know. But maybe someday we'll see. I think my uncle had the Superstar Destroyer back in the day, but he sold it like 5 years ago. Oh no, he shouldn't have sold it. If he sold it today, I feel like it would have gone for so much more than if he sold it like 5 years ago. I think a lot of people really want that set. I think because I think the MIDI scale one has kind of made people want the UCS one. Because at least I feel like would want to get this UCS one if I had the mini scale because I like having like the same set but in different scales displayed next to each other because I think that looks really nice. Also, we have finished our other panel for this guy. So this is going to attach to the other side just like we had that one. And I think we are almost done with this bag. After this is attached, we have like one smaller panel we have to work on and then we will be on to bag number 10 out of 17. So let's make sure we actually get this thing on here so it doesn't fall apart and we have to reconstruct. So there we go. Already looking much more finished. We just have this top area to work on, which is great. So pretty good progress already done with one bag. And I think as the set goes on, the bags get smaller too. So it'll be much easier to finish everything. I remember you talking about the buildable Grievous. Yeah, I really want him because it's like not super expensive, but it's like expensive enough to the point where I keep like putting off buying it. Because like I love General Grievous and I have like nothing in my collection that's General Grievous based. Like I have the his Starfighter and I have the Clone Wars and the new Revenge of the Sith minifigure versions of him, but like I really want that kind of buildable figure because it's like kind of like this UCS style Grievous. Because I was really hoping for Lego to do a General Grievous bust, kind of like how they have done with the other Star Wars helmets. But I don't think they're going to do that because they're discontinuing the helmet line. So I feel like that's the next best thing. And I think that buildable figure looks really great. I'm not usually a fan of the buildable figures, but I think they did a really good job with the Grievous one. So I really want him. I think I would probably just have him like in the background where you could see him like probably around over there or something. Because that'd be something that would kind of stick out a little bit, in my opinion. So I really want that, but for now, it is another one of those kind of things. Batman, are you pirating the movie? Yeah. Don't pirate movies in Gotham. My cousin said also, boom, let's attach this guy too real quick, and then we'll get on to our next bag here. All right, there we go. Perfect. My cousin said he doesn't want his Lego anymore, so he asked me if I want to buy his collection off him at Star Wars and Ninjago. Yeah, you should definitely do it. What's up, Fabu Brick? My UCS sets are just Space Hog if you have more than one. No, for real though, it's so hard to find space for a lot of them because they look really nice. Like they're very well made sets and they look fantastic. And like the amount of scale and detail that they are able to put into all of them is amazing. But they're super expensive to where it's like unaffordable, and you're like, okay, well, got to sell a kidney to actually get this. And then, yeah, I agree. They just take up so much space. I only have the gunship and the Falcon, and both of those sets take up like a significant portion of my Star Wars display. And then, if you want to count the the Mos Eisley Cantina, that's another set that kind of takes up quite a bit of space in my collection too. I think that's more of a Master Builder series set, though, but like it's still I would consider kind of UCS though. So I think that one, like the Cantina literally takes up like my entire radiator, which is kind of crazy. So I know the Venator is going to be hard to place in the collection, but I really want it so badly. The only two Star Wars sets I know he has is the 2013 A-Wing and the 15 Skyhopper. I already have the same A-Wing, but hey, I guess it doesn't hurt if you're able to get a good deal on it. You know, I feel like having duplicates of like an A-Wing or something isn't the worst thing in the world, in my opinion. Because like I feel like there's some Star Wars sets where if you have multiples of them, it's like it's not terrible if you have multiples. I would only really buy it off of him though if he's like just trying to get rid of it and you're able to get like a really good deal off of it since you already have it. I think the 2013 A-Wing is probably one of the better ones they've done. I think that comes with Admiral Akbar, I think, though I'm not entirely sure. I haven't looked at that one in a while. I think my favorite is the 2017 version of it. Also, here's this small little panel right here, which is going to attach up here, and I'm guessing this is going to be the foundation for the kind of top layer of T'Challa's face here. But I really like the 2017 one that comes with Lando, and I like the one that's in the Star Wars Rebels set where it's like the A-Wing versus Vader's TIE Advance. You get some amazing Star Wars ships bundled in the same set. I think that was the first kind of like dual type set where it's like you get two different spaceships or something, and then they kind of actually no, I think they had the Anakin and Obi-Wan's Jedi Interceptor for Revenge of the Sith in the same set too. I think that might have been the OG one, but I guess the Star Wars Rebels one was the first like modern Lego Star Wars dual set. So that's pretty cool. He also has the buildable Phasma. Oh, the buildable Phasma is not bad. I think my opinion on the kind of buildable figures that Lego has is I don't really like the ones where you can like see their face, where it's like kind of like I don't like the Obi-Wan, I don't like the Jyn Erso, and I don't like the ones like where you can see the face of the character that they're building. So I just think it looks off. If it has like any sort of helmet or it's like a robot or something or a cyborg like Grievous is, I really like the design of those ones. But when they have the human faces, I think it just looks weird. It doesn't look like Lego. in my opinion. It just throws me off. But I think the Phasma one is really cool. I would definitely get that. That'd be a nice little addition to a sequel collection. I don't really like the Star Wars sequels too much, but I know that would be one I could probably be convinced to add to my collection. I know of the sequel sets that they've done, I really want the Octu Jedi Training and the Duel on Starkiller base, and then I want BB-8, like the BB-8, Do, and Porg buildable figures. I think those would be some great additions to like kind of the UCS sculpture collection that I've got. Because right now, I've got most of the ones I want. I've got my favorite out of them is definitely R2, and then I've got Grogu and what's his name, BD1 from Jedi Fallen Order. Honestly, though, I have no interest in Ninjago anymore, so I might just see if I can just buy the Star Wars stuff. Oh, really? Ninjago is pretty cool, though. I have a lot of nostalgia for Ninjago, but I only really have the city sets that you can see right there. I like that those are in the background now, too. Those never really did get the spotlight, but now they do, so hooray for those, because they're some of my favorite sets. But I've been thinking of, like, if I ever expanded my Ninjago area somehow, I've been thinking about like getting a new TV stand. Because this one's kind of ugly. It's like a family heirloom, so I gotta convince my mom to like move it to the basement or something. And I want to get a new TV stand and a new TV. And then like because this thing is so big, I could like probably fit more shelves if I did replace it. And I could probably get some more Ninjago sets if I wanted to. I wouldn't get the new ones. I would probably just get some from my childhood that I've destroyed and lost the pieces to, just for kind of the nostalgia factor. Like I know I would want to get, some of the dragons, because the dragons look really cool, and I would want that like fire temple that they had for the Golden Weapons season. I guess it's the pilot season. It wasn't actually a numbered season, which I did not know until fairly recently. I just always thought that was season 1, but the Rise of the Snakes is technically season 1. I guess it's like season 0/pilot area. So whatever, but I would kind of want to get some sets from that. And then probably I would want like the Great Devourer in my collection too, because that's like such an iconic part of the Ninjago universe. And it was a big part of my childhood. So I remember watching that season finale on Cartoon Network when it came out, and I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, it's finally time. It's the big season finale. And I was so excited for it as a kid. It was like Christmas. I don't even remember when it came out, what time of the year, but it was Christmas in, I think, January or like February, I think is when it happened. Let's see here. How do I get to go live on YouTube? I cannot. I'm going to try to do something like that. I know it's 1,000 followers on TikTok. I don't think there is a requirement to go live. I know you don't unlock all of the live features until you reach a certain threshold, though. I think you unlock all of the live requirement, or not requirements, but all of the features in it, which I don't even know what they are, when you hit 1,000 subscribers. And that's also when you start earning money too. And you unlock all of the live features on that too. But what's good about YouTube, there's literally no requirement. You can go live if you have like 2 subscribers, you can go live. There is literally nothing holding you back from that. So I like that a lot. They don't kind of, I guess, keep it, is what I want to say. So it's cool that they actually give access to it for everyone, which I like. So there is no requirement whatsoever. And I think it's a better experience too, because they've had more time to develop it. Also, we've got this top part of T'Challa's face now finished up. Right now it's Luke, Kenobi, Vader, and Grievous. I think the Vader one would look pretty cool. I haven't seen what the Vader one looks like, but I know I've seen Jango Fett, the buildable Jango Fett sculpture, and the Phase 2 Cody, and I think those are pretty cool as well. I have the BB-8. I got it complete for $4. Oh wow, that's a great deal. Dang, I might have to buy it used too if they're selling it for that low. Dang, I could definitely make space for it. I found a buildable Yoda at Barnes & Noble at retail recently. Oh, nice. Yeah, Barnes & Noble has a lot of retired LEGO sets still on shelves. Like mine still has the Seinfeld set on their shelves, and that has been retired for, I think, like about like 6 months now, maybe even, I think actually like 8 months. I think the Seinfeld set has been retired for it, and they still have it on their shelves. They have some of the retired art stuff too. So, and I think they still have Eternal sets on the shelves, but I think the Eternals theme is still going. I think they're retiring some of the sets, but some of them are still out. for some reason, but they do still have Shang-Chi, and I know that's long been retired. So yeah, definitely hit up Barnes& and Noble because Barnes& and Noble is amazing with their Lego selection. Can I see the Mighty Bowser? I can try. Problem with this is it's like plugged in, so you can't real it's like kind of out of view. I'm sorry. That's one thing I miss about the TikTok lives is it was on my phone, so I could just like pick it up and go. But since this is all like plugged into my computer and stuff, it's not as mobile as before, which kind of sucks. But he's still playing the NES, and I really like that set too. It barely missed my top 10 ranking, but I do still really enjoy that one. I like the NES just a little bit more, and the question mark block is better, but all of those UCS Nintendo sets are amazing. I might be getting it soon after I get the new Guardian ship and the Trash Compactor and the Justifier. I think all of those are retiring at the end of the year, so you should definitely try and pick those up before they're gone. If I would recommend one out of all of those, I would say the new Guardian ship is an amazing set. I really liked the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 wave of sets that they did. I think I got every single one. I just need the I Am Groot set, which I think wasn't even released for Guardians 3, but I do still need that, and I kind of want to get the Venomized Groot. I think if I were get one or the other, I would probably go with the Venomized one, just because it's a little bit more unique, you know, why not? But I don't really like, I think the Groot looks kind of creepy, though, in my opinion, so I don't know if I'll actually decide on picking it up or not. I guess it'll have to be on sale for me to like say, okay, I'll finally decide to buy it, you know, because that's one of those sets where I'm not like super enthusiastic or eager to get it. But like if it's on sale, I'll be like, okay, whatever. It's a good deal. I'll try and find space for it. Lego of Alex, what's going on? Do I have the UCS Star Destroyer? I don't have the UCS Star Destroyer. I was planning on getting it when it was still on shelves, but I missed out on it because I couldn't really find space for it, and I didn't really save up for it in time. So I did miss out on that. I kind of regret it, but kind of don't, because I think that set definitely was not without its flaws. I didn't like how it did not have an interior, and it's mostly a Technic-based set, but so is the Venator, but the Venator looks cooler, in my opinion. So I am still planning to get the Venator, but I was not able to get the Star Destroyer. That set has gone up so much in value recently, though, so probably will never get that, but I would be interested in trying to find, like, the Playscale Venator, though. I think, or not the Venator, the Playscale Star Destroyer. That's what I'm talking about, yeah. The Star Destroyer, I would be tempted to try and find one of those, because that would be much easier to find space for in my collection, and also, like, way cheaper too. So that would be something I would plan on, but definitely not getting the UCS one anytime soon. It's a great set, and it's got like some cool exclusive Imperial officers in it, but like a little bit too overpriced in my opinion. Is it just me? But can I go live with 0 subscribers? Yes, you can. To my knowledge, you can. So I don't think there's like literally any thresholds. Yeah, you could. Is it just me? But some of the pieces on the Scout Trooper look yellow from a far distance, but then I go right up to it and it's fully white. Yeah. I feel you, man. I feel you. I get nervous too. I'm like, oh no, sun damage. But every time I've checked though, yeah, it's been good. I feel your pain with those white Lego sets because you don't want them to get damaged and lose their value, and then they just look battle damaged. But I guess if the Scout Trooper was yellowed, you could say it's like a Sand Trooper or something. So you can make the best of it. And I will always remember when you kept it sealed for 8 months. Yeah, I know, right? It was the hashtag build Seinfeld thing that you started. I still haven't finished watching it. So had I gone with my original plan of finishing the show before I did, we still wouldn't have it sealed today. So very happy that I did not wait for that, because like, why buy a Lego set and keep it sealed for almost a year? Like, no, that's kind of stupid. Flipperman, what's up? I was finally able to make it to a live. How are you? It's been a while, man. I have been doing great. It's good to see you, Flipperman. And yeah, it has been some time since we've done a live stream. Over on YouTube, it's been at least 2 months, and then TikTok around the same time, I would say. Though it's yeah, too long. I am happy that we are back. I would say very happy to be back here, because I missed doing the live streams, and I'm happy that y'all still like watching them too, because I had a lot of fun, and I still am having a lot of fun doing them, because it's a very different building experience, and it kind of makes building the Lego sets a bit more fun in my opinion. It adds to the experience, and I'm able to talk about the stuff I like to while building the stuff I enjoy building too. It's a very nice experience. So it's good to see you. My Canada Lego store still has the Dio and the ATST Raider. I don't know if I'd be interested in the ATST Raider from Mandalorian. It's a decent set, but like, I don't really know about that. But the Dio set is pretty cool. I remember when I first got back into Lego Star Wars, they still had that on shelves, and I was planning on buying it, and then I just never really got around to it. I don't know why. I guess I was more focused on the new stuff that they put out. Like they had the Clone Wars sets from season 7 first coming out, and then I think I picked up the 20th anniversary Slave 1 before it retired, which I'm very happy about that because that is an amazing set, one of my favorites in my Star Wars collection. Also, here's this panel of T'Challa's face so far. So good progress on this. Lots of silver and these small black tiles too, but I think it's so far pretty good. And we're almost done with this bag too. I'd say we're about like 60% of the way through with it. So I'm assuming we'll just do the exact same thing, but mirrored for the other side. But so far, still am liking the build, but we have yet to get to the gauntlets. So I'm speaking too soon, but oh well. I have both Groots. Both are amazing. Honestly, for me, it's just the eyes. The eyes look creepy. It's like the lifeless eyes that keeps me from buying them. I feel like I could definitely make space for it, but it's the eyes, man. The eyes just, they creep me out. They creep me out. I haven't seen the set built in person, though. So, like, that's like what makes me wish I had a Lego store near me because they have like all the models built so you can actually see how big they are. Also, look at that. That's so cool. It all like lines up. We've got one side of his face almost done. And I think this bag actually gets you the other side too. And then I'm guessing the next one will actually finish off, or at least get very close to finishing it. Especially the full Venom Groot. Yeah, the full Venom Groot I think honestly looks even more creepy, but I think it looks nice. I like the I got the Venom Bust set a little late. It's about to retire, so I'm happy I got it before it did. But I got the Venom Bust, and I really like that, and I think it could look nice. Next to that, we have like Venom, and then we have Venomized Groot, and it's a nice little Spider-Man / Guardians mashup display, I guess. And let's rotate Black Panther over here now, and we've got to attach this other panel, which will go right here. It's got like a mixel joint. That's how you actually kind of accomplish the different angles that you've got. The only two sets I want for my birthday are the Justifier and Dark Trooper helmet. Both are retiring, so I think good picks. Good picks, because I feel like I always forget when LEGO releases all of these cool new sets. I forget that they have to retire sets too to actually make room for those on the shelves. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for all these new sets. I don't want to buy them right away. But then I'm like, oh wait, they're retiring like as many sets as they're putting out right now too. So I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta like actually get the ones that I want before they retire, the ones that I've been putting off for a while. So I hope you're able to get both of those. I would definitely recommend the Justifier over the Dark Trooper helmet, but the Dark Trooper helmet's still cool. I really like all of the helmet series, though. The Dark Trooper is my least favorite out of them all, but like the collector in me kind of wanted to have all of them, so that's why I ended up getting it. I also just got it for a good deal off my brother too. It was like I got that and the Luke Skywalker helmet, which were the two I was missing. I got those bundled together, like gently used, for a really good deal. So I was happy about that because he was just trying to get rid of them and didn't want to deal with like shipping it out and stuff. And I was like, okay. I didn't get to build them though. So that might be something I do one day, just disassemble them. And that way I'll actually be able to build them for myself. But oh well, I guess that might be a future project if I get super bored one day. I saw deals on the Guardian ship for $80 at Walmart, $72 for Trash Compactor, $145 for Justifier. Oh, nice. You should have, I don't know if LEGO will do it again this year, but I remember they had the Justifier marked, like severely marked down for, I think it was LEGO VIP weekend last year. It's in November is like the big weekend where they do like the double VIP points and they like mark down a bunch of sets. It's kind of like their Black Friday type deal / Cyber Monday thing. And I remember they had like really, really good deals on the Justifier and like a few other sets that were kind of overpriced. Like I think that's when we first got the Black Panther Bust for the sale price that it's at now, which is $209. But since nobody bought it, they just decided to keep it at that $209 sale price, which is Thankfully, they did because that's how I was able to get it because I was not going to pay $350 for this. It's a cool set, but it's not worth $350. It is worth $209, though. I would say you get a lot of value out of that. I just wish they gave us a minifigure, but like, oh well, I had an extra Black Panther laying around, so like I'll just have him displayed with. I know it's not the same MCU version, but like it's a Black Panther, and that's all that matters. I guess it's like the more comic book suit or design of it, I guess. I'm excited for the new sets coming out, like the Dune set that's coming out in November, the Lego Jaws diorama. I forgot they were doing the Jaws set. I might have to get that. I really like the Jaws movie. Oh, we looks like we finished up this part of it. I was not expecting to be finished with this build so quickly. So this guy is just going to attach right there, and we have this is more enclosed, and we just have this small panel to cover up this area. But this one's kind of time consuming because you have to place a bunch of like these really small panels right here. But I really like the Jaws movie. I remember I saw that in my film studies class because it was the first blockbuster movie ever. So that was a big deal, and so we had to watch that, and I really liked it. I thought it was good. I think I like Jurassic Park a bit more. That's like the other kind of like I guess like sci-fi horror thriller movie. I kind of like Jurassic Park a bit more, but Jaws is definitely a classic. I haven't seen it in a while. I feel like I should rewatch it if I decide to get the Lego set because I am happy that got approved. I remember hearing about that, and I just like completely forgot about it with all the other Lego news that they've got. So yeah, Scout Trooper helmet is the one that scares me the most. Oh yeah, with the yellowing. What was the most boring build I ever made? Most boring build. I want to say maybe some of the Lego art sets, just because they're like all studs and that's it. But I feel like I kind of enjoyed those too, though, at the same time, because like, yes, it's all studs and it's like all of the same piece, but like there was something about how different that building experience was to anything else I did that made me really enjoy it. So like I would probably say one of those. Because like they were fun, but they also got like really repetitive because you're literally just placing stud pieces and you have to like really pay attention for those. But I feel like there's been one that's been more boring than that because even those ones presented a bit of challenge and it was unique enough from the stuff that I had done at the time. I had like a 2-week phase where I was obsessed with mosaic pieces. I ended up getting the Sif art and the Jim Lee Batman art collection. I kind of want to get another Jim Lee Batman art and do like the Batman and Catwoman one, or I might get all three before it retires and do like the ultimate Batman where it's like got the sunset and he's like standing over the sunset. That one looks really cool, but I don't have space for that at all right now. So I don't know. I would say I feel like recently ones that I haven't enjoyed. The spider tank. I didn't really like building the spider tank. It's a nice looking set, but it was like mostly gray. And I mainly bought it for the minifigure, so I was kind of like dreading building that. So I'm gonna go with that for now because that one was just kind of frustrating. I was just like building the same thing over and over again. It was just this like gray mess, and all I wanted out of that set was the Bo-Katan minifigure. I think the final product definitely looks good, but like the build is not the most interesting thing, I would say. It's definitely pretty boring compared to some other stuff that I have built. I feel like there's like a big standout where I was just like, oh my god, I hated building this set, but I'm forgetting about it. So I guess there's not one worse than that, I guess. To me, the Dark Trooper helmet is bad. I just want to have all the helmets. That was kind of the same reasoning for me, honestly, because like it's definitely the least exciting out of all the helmet series because the helmet series is just like so well put together and it's just got some amazing sets in it and the amount of detail that they put into those is amazing. And the only ones that I've kind of been about has been the Dark Trooper Boosh and the Luke Skywalker ones, but I still like them all though. But yeah, I'm definitely in the same boat because I had like all of them, and so it got to the point where I was just like, well, like I don't want to like have like all of them except one. You know, if I've gone this far, I may as well finish up the series if there's just one more. So I felt the exact same way about that. It's weird that we got a Dark Trooper. I feel like there were so many more deserving characters that we could have gotten instead. Like the big one that comes to mind, especially because of Mandalorian and the popularity with that, because they've been doing a lot of Mandalorian sets, has been Bo-Katan. It's so surprising that we never ended up getting a Bo-Katan helmet. That's just I don't get it. You know, I really thought they would have done one because I feel like she's grown in popularity since coming to live action, and then her appearance in season 7 of Clone Wars, I think, definitely helped out a lot too. So I think I'm a bit surprised about that. I kind of want to make my own custom one, but I know it would not be nearly as good because I feel like there's just something that the Lego designers are able to capture in their sets that I probably would not be able to because they are way more experienced at designing Lego sets than I am. So if I tried to make a mock, I feel like it would just look completely terrible, and I would probably just like disassemble it and be like, okay, I tried. Also, this bag is now done. Boom, there is the other side of T'Challa's face, and this guy is going to attach, I think, right here. Let's see if I can get this inside of the mixel joint without everything falling apart here. I might have to rotate it so I can actually see what I'm doing a bit more. So this is going to snap in right there. Boom. Perfect. Alrighty. So that is bag 10, I think, complete. Yeah. So we're now on to bag number 11, which will get us some more of the kind of top areas of his face finished up. He's definitely gaining some weight now too, but he's looking more and more like the final product, which I am very happy about. It almost looks complete if you ignore this part. So some great progress, I would say, great progress. Where does the Mighty Bowser and the Upside Down fall in my favorite sets? I think both of those are some of my favorite sets, especially the Upside Down, because that is a set that means a lot to me. That truly kind of took my TikTok career and took it to a whole new place that I had never imagined it would reach. Because I remember I got that set, and that was my first and only video where I did a review of it to ever get 1 million views on TikTok. And so because of that, it has a special place in my heart. And also just the building process of that. Everybody was so excited about season 4 of Stranger Things. Just the hype around the set, how unique it is too. It will remain one of my favorites in my collection, though I have since bought so many other sets that have just like I've liked slightly more than that one. So it has been like dethroned in the top 10, but I think it will always be in the top 20, at least. Like, I would say that's probably like number 11 or 12, honestly, in my opinion, for my favorite Lego sets in my collection. Because I just feel like in this past year, especially, I've just gotten so many ones that I just like never really thought I would get, like the Ewok Village, the Millennium Falcon, Jabba's Sail Barge, so many of those like white whale sets that I had never pictured myself ever owning. I got, and so those, of course, definitely did not help the Upside Down stay on the top 10 list. They dethroned it, but it took a lot to dethrone it and get it off of my top 10. But I think Mighty Bowser would probably be. I think I like the Upside Down more than the Mighty Bowser set, so I think it would be like Upside Down at like number 12, Mighty Bowser at 13. I think. Both are fantastic sets. I really like the big sculptures that they released because they're able to get a lot of detail. And the Mighty Bowser is really fun too, just because of all of the posability in that set. I think is just really impressive, like how it kind of shoots the fireball and you can move his hands around. He's able, like, what's also cool is he's also like, if you pick him up, his like legs move and does like a jumping motion, which is really nice. So I like that. What's up, Lego Kevin Brick Studios? Hey, how you doing, man? Long time no see. I'm doing good. I am back at it again with live stream, so that's always a good feeling. And we're building a new Lego set too. So any day we build a Lego set is a good day, especially when I'm off for the whole day. So I don't have to worry about anything but finishing this Lego set, which is a great place to be, I would say. So I've been well. I don't have any school right now too, so I've just kind of been figuring things out, building my Lego sets, and just chilling, I guess. So yeah, What are my thoughts on the Hocus Pocus set? I personally think it's my favorite Halloween Lego set that Lego has made, in my opinion. I really like it, and I plan to get it very soon. I was gonna get it like literally like I was gonna order it like in the next like week, but then they had the Venator revealed, and so I'm trying to save money for that now. But that's gonna be my Halloween set that I built this year, because last year we built the Ghostbusters Ecto 1, and we also built the Monster Fighters haunted house. This year, it's not going to be as big of an event that I made it last year, where I had like several Halloween UCS sets to build. This year, we're definitely not going as hardcore, I guess, as we did last year, but we still will get a Halloween set, and I think that will be the one. I really like how it looks. I think it'll fit in my Halloween display. I kind of expanded my shelf a little bit to be able to accommodate it, so I think it'll fit in nicely with my other Halloween stuff. I really like how it looks, because like that's one set that, even though it's like mostly Halloween themed, I feel like it still will look good in your Lego collection year round. I feel the same way about the Home Alone set and the Monster Fighters haunted house. That's one of my all-time favorite Lego sets, is the Monster Fighters one. That set is just perfect, in my opinion. The most wanted helmet set will probably be the Armor's helmet for the Mandalorian. I love her helmet design so much. That would be cool. Yeah. Aiden, what is going on? Aiden Surmer saw the bust for the first time yesterday. It's huge. I know, right? This thing is like gigantic in person. It's starting to take shape now too, and I'm starting to realize just how big it is. But luckily, I measured like the dimensions of the set before buying it, so I know it'll fit in my Lego collection, which is good. But I was definitely not expecting it to be this big. Like, I'm slowly understanding why they originally priced it at $350. I still don't agree with that original price, but like after seeing how big this set is, I can kind of see why they were thinking it would sell at that price point, because if it doesn't look big on the camera, like it's literally like the same size as me right now. I'm like at eye level with this thing. My top 3 in your collection are Ewok Village, Cantina, and Daily Bugle. I would agree with that slightly. I would change a few things up, but those are definitely some of the all-time greats in my collection, in my opinion. I love the Daily Bugle. I feel like I will always have a soft spot for that set. I just remember how excited I was for that to release. I feel like once the Avengers Tower releases, it'll be really exciting to see which one I end up liking more out of the two. My top 3 in my collection are the Star Destroyer, Daily Bugle, and Home Alone. I really like Home Alone too. Home Alone is an amazing Lego set too. I actually didn't have it displayed year round for a while, which was a big mistake, and I'm happy I have it on display now, because I was originally only going to have it out for Christmas, but I was like, no, this is such a cool Lego set. Like, why would I not have it on display? I spent all that money on it, and I spent all the time building it. It's kind of stupid not to have it on display. And so I do now, and I really like it too. It's one of my bigger Lego sets, and I like how it's this like big house set too, because that was something I always wanted as a kid, was a big Lego house with a fully detailed interior. And that is what the Home Alone, I almost said Home Depot, and that is what the Home Alone house is like. So I really like it a lot. I went back to school last week, and dang, yeah, it's annoying to have to balance that into your schedule too. I feel you, man. Also, we have gotten some of these front details placed. We just placed this panel right here, so there's just a small gap where my fingers are, but I think we're about to cover those up in this bag. We've got some Slave 1 parts right here with these kind of black angled pieces. I think I saw these in another set too, but I don't remember what. I feel like they sometimes will use these as roof elements too. Maybe these pieces were in the Home Alone house. I think they were, because they had like some of these in white as some of the roof elements, I remember. And this is going to go up here, and then we got another one right here. And then before I forget, I can't leave out one of the more important parts, this purple brick, which is part of the structure here. Do I own the Grand Emporium modular? I went and picked it up this weekend. I don't, but I really want that one. That one is probably one of the most nostalgic modular buildings for me. I really want that guy. I also want the Brick Bank modular, but I think out of the two, I'd probably get the Grand Emporium first, just because of the nostalgia that it has for me. But I want that because I am actually planning on expanding my modular city to fit another one, but I don't know if I would get it just because I already have two corner buildings, and it'd be weird to have like a third one kind of in between everything. So I don't know if I would still get it. I might, like have like it could be like two different streets have like a small gap and the other street begins, but I don't know. What's your favorite kind of restaurant to eat breakfast? I like First Watch. First Watch is pretty good. They're like a chain restaurant, and they have some a good selection there. I enjoy eating there every now and then. I haven't gone in a while, but I like First Watch a lot. That's probably my go-to breakfast restaurant. And then I feel like you can't beat Krispy Kreme as well. I love me a Krispy Kreme glazed donut that's like hot and ready, like they advertise the hot and ready sign. So I like that a lot too. And then just like, like local like diners and stuff are pretty good. I couldn't really name any though because they're like local, but like I like those. Do I have an Instagram? I do have an Instagram. It is I think it's the same as my TikTok handle, which is minifig reviews daily over on Instagram. I haven't been doing a good job of posting on there. It's been a while since my last post. I think the last time I posted was when I was building the UCS Millennium Falcon. So I feel like I should be a little bit more active over on there. But I remember when I first started it, I used to be really active over on Instagram. I'd be posting like every other day, just like random updates I had with my Lego collection. And I'd like advertise live streams on there too. But I feel like recently I just have not been giving it a lot of attention. That was actually the case for my YouTube channel for a while. I didn't actually start. I had created the YouTube channel forever ago, but I just like had not been uploading on it up until May. So I'm happy that I finally boosted that. So maybe it's time for a short little, or I guess a revival of my Lego Instagram. I could post like some cool behind the scenes pictures of like my Lego city, just like, just post like pictures of my Lego collection, be like, this is a part of my Lego collection I'm thinking of working on in the future, or like, here is one of my favorite parts of my Lego collection, and I'll like show some Easter eggs or something. Wily Voice is my favorite so far. The UCS Tumbler, Upside Down, Inquisitor Scythe, Dagobah Training, and the Imperial Light Cruiser. Those are some great sets. I really like the Upside Down too, and the UCS Tumbler is another one of my favorites. That I was so excited when that first came out, and I thought it was going to remain in my top 10 for some time now. But I honestly like the 1989 Batmobile a little bit more than that one, in my opinion. I just like the build of it, and I think the Batmobile, as much as I love the Dark Knight, I feel like the 89 Batmobile is way more iconic than that one. I do like the minifigure selection better and the Tumbler, but I think my favorite out of those like UCS Batman style sets is either the 89 Batwing or the 89 Batmobile. I do still really like the Tumbler, but one of my gripes with that set is it's very annoying how fragile it is. Anytime I move it around or anytime I try and dust it, it just like completely falls apart, and that's very frustrating because it's like made up of a lot of kind of like tricky parts. I have to stand up to get this guy placed. It's attaching to a clip we placed earlier. It's like I feel like I'm performing surgery right now. Lego surgery. We gotta add in this panel right here. There we go. It's clipped on there very nicely, and that fills in this last gap on the front of his face. So there we go. So we've got like some eyebrows right there. I really like the silver lining with this. The chrome silver parts are probably one of my favorites of this set. They hardly ever put those in Lego sets. So when they do, they look really great, I would say. But the Jedi Starfighter with hyperdrive will top it when I start to build it. I'm excited. Oh yeah, definitely. You got to build that soon. I remember how excited you were about getting the Angry Django and the Young Boba Fett minifigures. I think those look great. Your modular setup is what convinced me to do my own. I'd love to show you what I've got so far. Definitely, yes. I love that for you. Yes, that is that's a big reason as to why I love making Lego content. Is like that's the goal, is to kind of build this kind of community where you get to chat with people who share the same hobby, but also to hopefully inspire people and help them out with their displays and stuff. And I'm so happy that you have been able to take some inspiration from mine and start up your own setup. So yeah, I would definitely, if you're able to find my Lego Instagram, definitely shoot me a DM over there. I would love to see your Lego City setup. I love because like I also like to take inspiration from a lot of people's displays too. I feel like Brixie was a big inspiration for my Lego City, and then of course the OG, the goat, Jang Bricks. He also kind of inspired mine a bit, kind of like how I just have like the different like scenes in my Lego City. Like I saw Brixie would do that a lot, where he'd have like storytelling in his, and I kind of took my own spin on it, I guess, and tried to come up with my own kind of stories that I would have in my Lego City. And I really like what I have been able to do, but I've changed it up a lot too as well. Kevin Brick Studio says, okay, that's cool. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a good Krispy Kreme donut and a nice like hot cup of coffee to go with it too. You gotta dunk the donut in the coffee as well too. I have a giant space on my desk for a Lego set, pretty big one, just waiting for Lego to release the one I will purchase probably in 2024. That's very patient of you, waiting for the perfect set to put in a display space. I feel like I just find a set that Lego released and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna start right here. And then that creates a problem for me because then they release a really cool set, but I've already filled the space that I could have put that in with something else. And I'm like, oh, oops. Oh, well, but I'm sure there will be a good one for you. I think I forgot to place this 1 2x4 black brick. Let's see. Oh, wait. That's easy now. It just goes right there. I was getting nervous there for a second. I was like, uh-oh. Extra pieces. I had an extra piece yesterday that wasn't supposed to be extra. But luckily, before I started today, I was able to find out where that went. So that was good. Also, we have to perform surgery again with this panel. So let's try and get this guy to clip into the bracket here. It's only held in by the small clip, so I feel like this may be a little fragile, so I'm gonna try and be careful with it in the future. I doubt I would knock it off though when displaying it, because I feel like when are you ever just gonna like be like super aggressive and just like slap the pieces off of this? All right, and let's try and angle this so that it lines up with what we've got here. Boom. There we go. That looks really nice. So there is the front of the Black Panther face all finished up there. Now we just have to work on these top details right here. So that brings us to bag number 12. So we only have 5 more bags left in this set. This one looks mostly brick-based. So I hope we get to move on to the gauntlets after this one, because I feel like we've spent like a lot of time working on this part, which is definitely like the bulk of the build. So like it makes sense, but I'm ready to move on, in my opinion. I'm ready to build something different. It really does look more complete though. You almost, I feel like from the frame we have right here, we almost like you can't tell that it's like not finished up here because it kind of gets cut off a little bit. So I feel like I could say, oh yeah, we're finished. We just don't have the gauntlets displayed, but I think it'll gain a little bit of height because it kind of has like the ears back there. What are your thoughts on the new paper bags that are in development? I am not excited for them. Honestly, I don't really think the paper bags are going to have like a huge effect on the Lego sets though. What I won't be excited about is you won't be able to like look ahead and see like what minifigures are in each bag, but I guess they tell you in the instructions too though. Honestly, I don't think I'll mind it too much. I don't really care about the paper bags. What I don't like is how they've got the paper boxes for the CMF minifigures. I don't like that. That is kind of annoying because you can't feel for which character you're getting, and that was kind of frustrating with the Lego Marvel Series 2 CMFs. So I didn't like that too much, but as far as like paper bags go inside of Lego sets, they've been saying that they'll do that for like ages and ages now. So I don't even know when they're gonna start doing it, because I feel like I saw them first advertising, oh, we're moving to paper bags like 2 years ago, and I've since not gotten a single paper bag. But I think it's funny that we got paper, or I guess cardboard CMF boxes before that, which is funny. You know, they're prioritizing that, which will make them more money than the other thing. I feel like they're kind of using the environmental thing as like an excuse to say, okay, paper boxes, boom. But oh well, I mean, I was still able to get the full set of the Marvel modular. So at the end of the day, I was happy about it, but whatever. Also, already done with this panel right here. This just goes up here. At the end of the day, though, I'm just happy that Lego is trying to be more environmentally friendly, using more kind of recyclable materials, because we definitely, I wish more companies would do that, I'll say, because um, it's definitely a good start for them. And I hope they actually start going through with it. I heard they're also thinking about, also, there we go. That's all placed now. So we literally just have like his two ears that we got to work on now as well, which I'm assuming they're Technic pieces because we placed some Technic panels on it earlier. And then we've got these other Slave One pieces. I'm surprised there's so many pieces. I call these like Slave One pieces inside of this set. So that's going to go right there. I guess they're good at like making these like little angles though. So boom, there we go. Those two slide in right there. And then I think we're working on our first ear, and then I guess we'll just work on the second one, and then this is done. So we're already making some pretty decent progress on this guy. So I'm excited about that. But apparently, though, I think Lego is, and I think why they did the thing where you can like scan your instructions to like, what is it? You got like 20 VIP points per Lego set that you registered. I think the reason why they did that is so they can see how many people actually still use their physical instructions and keep them around as kind of like a survey. Because what I think they're planning on doing, I think they like announced this, or I don't know if they announced it, I just heard it from someone, but apparently Lego is thinking of discontinuing like instructions in their set, which is really stupid. And they're gonna rely more on their Lego app that loads instructions for all of their sets to kind of help reduce their, I guess, footprint a little bit too. And I don't know how I feel about that though, because that kind of troubles me a little bit, because I feel like if you buy a Lego set, you shouldn't have to have like a phone or like an iPad. Because like if a little kid is getting a Lego set, like, and they don't have an iPad and you only have instructions loaded on your app, I think that is really stupid, because like how are you going to build a set without instructions? So I really hope they don't go alongside. I hope they don't do that, because if they do that, I will be disappointed. I also just like having like the physical instructions right here too, you know, because like I don't want to have to use my phone for that, because my phone, like I don't want to read like instructions for like a super complicated set off of like a ridiculously small little touch screen or something. And I wouldn't want to buy an iPad just to build Lego sets from, because like iPads and like tablets are kind of expensive, and I'm not going to buy one just for the purpose of building a Lego set when I could just have the instructions that are already included in it. So hoping they don't go that route, but I don't know. It's looking like they might. Looking like it, which would be disappointed. I wish Lego would make landscaping sets like a waterfall or someplace in Europe. That's pretty. I think that would be really cool, because I also have a love for traveling. That would be cool as well. Did you see the they have the Tranquil Garden Lego set that's kind of like that, where it's got like, I think it's got a small little waterfall, and it's got like a small waterfall and like a little Zen garden and stuff. That one looks really cool. I've been thinking about getting that set to have with my Ninjago setup, because I think that would look really cool. It's a minifigure scale, but it's like kind of like a diorama sort of, where it's excuse me, it's got like the same base that the bonsai tree has, where it's like that black frame and you've got the like tire pieces on the bottom of it. That's that looks pretty cool. I like how they're doing that. So I would highly recommend that set. I want to get it, but there's a lot of other sets that I'm prioritizing first. So it'll probably be a while before I do end up getting it, but it has been on my radar. I've seen it at a Target a few times, and I've been like, dang, that set looks nice. And I think for a while it was on a back order on Lego.com, because everybody was trying to buy that set. I think same with the actual bonsai tree. So I remember I had to go to Barnes & Noble to actually find that. Also, here's what we've got on our ear so far. Why buy an iPad when you could buy the UCS Venator? Exactly. They're like the same price. I bet you the iPad's probably a bit more expensive though. So definitely would not want to do that. I remember I used to have an iPad exclusively. I used to be like really into Clash of Clans, and I remember I bought my brother's iPad off of him for like a really good price, and I literally only used it to play Clash of Clans and like Clash Royale. 'Cause I was like, oh, it's a bigger screen. I'll be so much better. And I don't know why I did it, because now I have like an iPad Mini that it like doesn't even work anymore. Like you have to like always have it hooked up to the charger and stuff, which is kind of annoying. So that's just collecting dust. I don't want another dust collector. That's what my Lego sets are for. Am I right? Jennifer says, looks so good. I know, right? Yeah. It's finally coming together here, I would say. And we'll be able to advance on to the next part. I think this set is really growing on me now that I have seen it in person and been able to build it in person. I am very impressed with the final product, even though we're not quite there yet. But from what I have built so far, I'm really liking it. I don't think it's not without its flaws. I would say it's not like a perfect Lego set by any means, but it is definitely a lot better than people give it credit for, which is good. So I hope more people decide to buy this before it retires, because it truly is one of the best UCS Marvel sets out right now. Probably a bit of a controversial take, but for that price point, you can't get much better than this, I would say, because like I think for the same price you can get I think like $10 cheaper. You can get the Captain America shield, and that does have more pieces in it, but like it's not as big as this guy. And I hated building that set so much. Amazing set. Very cool how you can hold it, and it's like life size, and you get a nice little plaque with it. But oh my god, that set was so annoying to build. I hated it. I hated it so much. It was just the same thing over and over and over and over again. And I was like, geez, this is not fun. That was, you know what, that was the most boring set I built. I know there was one. I think Flooperman or someone else asked that what was the most boring set. The Captain America shield was the most boring one. I hated that one. Also, here is one of his ears. I'll finish. This is his left ear, and this attaches to the Technic panel, or I guess piece from before, and that just kind of slides in there. I like how everything fits together in the set. It's like a little puzzle piece. I guess everything has its place. Everything slides in very nicely, and there is his ear. So that is finished. It's kind of hard to tell that it's there, though. It's very subtle, but you can kind of see it right there. And we're just going to do that one more time, but we do still have these guys. So maybe this is the stand that connects this to the other side of the, because there's like two plaques. You get the main plaque, which is the one we're building right now. And then there's like a whole other stand for the gauntlets, and there's another stand for the small, I wouldn't really call it a plaque, just like the Black Panther logo. There is a third one right there, and they all connect like the modular buildings do with these Technic pins. So I'm guessing that's what these guys are for, because like there's really not much detail much of the interior of his head that we have to cover up. I'm disappointed though. It's looking like usually with these big sets where it's like got a head to it, they'll like include a small like brick built brain. That's just like a Lego Easter egg for some reason. They do it in all of the brick heads, and they even did it in the Statue of Liberty battle, but it doesn't look like they did it for the Black Panther bust, which is kind of disappointing. That's my one gripe with the set. No buildable brain, because usually they have a small little 2x2 pink brick inside of it, which is just like, I don't know why they do it, but they do, and it's just, I just like gotten used to it. It's like a little staple for those type of sets, I guess, and they don't have it in this one. It's like, no. But I think everything else in this set definitely makes up for it, I would say. And if anything, I really like all of the different tiles on this too. Even though it was kind of annoying, I had to place like 30 of these like really tiny little corner cheese slope tiles. It was very annoying to actually attach all of those, but in the end, I think it looked really nice though. So ultimately worth it, I would say. And what I like about this for sets of a similar price range, like its original retail price, the Daily Bugle, amazing set. But that one was extremely repetitive with its windows and everything like that. Granted, it was a more fun build because you're building a skyscraper. This, you're just building a like big model of Black Panther. But at least with this one, there is not a lot of repetition. And the only repetition is literally just like building the same thing, but it's like mirrored. But even that doesn't feel that bad, which is good. So I am a fan. I'm a fan of it. I kind of want to rework my Marvel displays to like, I was thinking, I've like got two options. The option I'm like looking into right now is just having this with my other UCS stuff. But like I ended up getting last year when Wakanda Forever came out, because I was really excited for that movie. I ended up getting most of the sets from that line. The only one I didn't get was the King Namor's throne room. That was the only one I missed out on, and I didn't really want to buy that one just because like it didn't have any exclusive minifigures. I got the Shuri Sunbird set, and I also got the War on the Water set, which kind of sucks. I only got it for the minifigures, and then I also have from the first Black Panther movie, the Dragon Flyer. I was thinking it would be cool to kind of have like a Black Panther shelf where I just have like all of these sets kind of built around together, but I don't really think I could do that right now. I'd probably have to rearrange a lot of stuff. So I think I might go with my first plan where we just have that, but I don't know. That might change. I know I was thinking of swapping a lot of stuff around too for the future LEGO releases for next year. So we'll see. If I'm moving stuff around, might as well move that too. I recently saw LEGO made a Hogwarts diorama that is more affordable than the $400 one, and it has tons of Easter eggs from the movies, and it looks fantastic. I agree. You know what? I've been thinking of picking that up. Actually, I want to start getting into LEGO Harry Potter. I've always been a big fan of it, and I think the month of September was definitely the month for the Ahsoka show LEGO sets and the LEGO Harry Potter stuff. I really want to get some sets from there. I want to start off with, I think I would probably start with the Hogwarts diorama that you're talking about, because I saw that. It looks really good, and it beats the like 400. I think it's like $460, and I definitely would not have space for that Hogwarts castle with my current setup. So like, definitely would not be able to get that, but I could afford and actually have space for. Excuse me, the little diorama that they're doing. So I really want to get that, and I want to get the Diagon Alley set, because I feel like the Diagon Alley I have kind of been eyeing for a while too, but it's just been like I haven't ever really collected LEGO Harry Potter, so like because of that I didn't really get the Diagon Alley set, but like I think it looks really cool, because like with the new Gringotts set too, I was like, dang, that does look really nice. I kind of want to pick that up so I'm not missing out on it, you know. But that's another set that I probably don't have space for right now. But because I was thinking like a very subtle Harry Potter display, like I would want to get the house banners, because I would at least, because like those ones are really cool because you can hang them up. So like I would at least want to get my house from Harry Potter, which is the Ravenclaw. I want to get the Ravenclaw house banner. I was gonna get, they had a deal where you could get the it was called the loyalty, and no, it was called like the Loyalty and Determination bundle with Slytherin and Hufflepuff, but I don't want that one. I would only get those if I wanted to collect the entire one of the Hogwarts houses. But they had like, they bundled it, the Ravenclaw and the Gryffindor house banners together, and those are my two favorite houses out of the four. So I wanted to get that on the LEGO website, but it's sold out, because like I'll probably hang those up and have those two kind of Hogwarts crests displayed in my LEGO collection, and have those like on the wall. I think that would look cool. And then I feel like the other thing I would get would be like the buildable Hedwig. I could see myself wanting to buy, and then like maybe a few other Hogwarts sets too. I don't really know what other Harry Potter sets I would potentially want in my LEGO collection, but I know I definitely want the little Hogwarts castle that they've got, because it's a pretty good deal too. I've heard it takes a while to build though, just because of how many like smaller pieces are inside of that set though. So I hear it takes quite a bit of time to put together, but it is it doesn't have a single sticker piece in it too, which is good. So you end up not wasting time with those. So I really like how LEGO's starting to move away from the stickers, because that is definitely appreciated, because I think the a lot of the pieces inside of that Hogwarts set are like these really small like printed window pieces. They've got like, I think in the Chamber of Secrets they have like a bunch of other ones too. I saw that there's like a cool minifigure head that you get to represent like the huge Salazar Slytherin head that's in the Chamber of Secrets. So I really want that. I kind of want to get some of the winter, like the Hogsmeade LEGO Harry Potter sets too. Those would look really cool. Nice little, that could be like my festive LEGO set that I get this year, because last year we got Home Alone. This year I still need to find a festive set to build, because like they haven't really put out one that I've like really been interested in, except for like maybe the Harry Potter ones. So I love the theme because it's so just nostalgic. I grew up with the movie. Same. I remember I would always brag that I read all of the Harry Potter books, and I always brag about it, because like I read them in the second grade, and everybody else would be reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and I'd be like, oh, I'm reading Harry Potter, and I thought it was so cool for that. But I also really liked the movies too. I remember growing up with if you remember Harry Potter Weekend on it was ABC Family, but I think now it's called Freeform. I remember I would always be looking forward to Harry Potter weekend, and I'd try and stay up super late to watch all of the Harry Potter movies. And I remember just loving those. I think my favorite movie and my favorite book is definitely The Prisoner of Azkaban. I just, because it's weird. That was the first book I read. I didn't start how you're supposed to with, what is it? I didn't start with the first book, the Sorcerer's Stone. I decided, no, I'm going to be different. I'm going to start, I don't know why I did it. Because it didn't make sense to me when I was reading the book, but I started off by reading The Prisoner of Azkaban for some reason. And then I just went out of order for every other book. I think I went Prisoner of Azkaban, then I read Order of the Phoenix, so I just completely skipped over Goblet of Fire. And then I went back and did the second one and the first one, and then I went and read Half-Blood Prince, and I finished with the Deathly Hallows. So I guess I read the Deathly Hallows and the Half-Blood Prince in order, but for some reason I just wanted to skip over the books when I was younger. Made no sense, and I bet I would have had a lot more fun reading them in order, but oh well. I kind of want to reread them too and rewatch the movies if I end up getting a bunch of the Harry Potter Lego sets, because I don't know why, but I always kind of associate Harry Potter, the movies especially, with Christmas and fall time. So I feel like no better time than now to get the Lego sets if I start rewatching the movies, and it kind of gets me in a kind of Halloween / Christmassy theme. Lego of Alex says, how do I afford all of the Lego? Good question. I literally only spend my money on Lego. That's how I do it. I don't spend my money on anything else, and I also luckily don't have many bills that I have to pay right now. So because of that, I'm able to afford all of the Lego sets. So I am very grateful for that. Otherwise, probably would not have the Lego collection I have today. Also, I was right. This is another part of the stand here. I forgot to place these two roof elements though, so I gotta deconstruct part of the head that I built earlier just so that there's not some ugly gap here. So let's see. It's actually gonna go on top here. So we've got 1 and 2 goes right there, and then I've just got to put these panels back here, and then that is the finished cowl for the Black Panther bust. So we now move on to the dreaded part that I have been dreading, but I'm kind of excited for because it's different. The actual gauntlets, I guess. The gauntlets that we've got this small thing right here. It's got the bionicle pieces that'll lock the gauntlets in. So that's just going to attach right there. But the bust is complete. And I think it looks really nice. There's no gaps. I think I've got to adjust some of the panels a little bit because there's a little bit of exposed studs showing. So I've got to play around with that a little bit. I'll probably do that after the stream. But boom, there we go. There is T'Challa all finished up, and we've just got to finish up with the gauntlets now, which is about 4 bags. So we're starting off with bag 13, which will accomplish, it looks like most of this first gauntlet here. My favorite was the Goblet of Fire. I really liked Goblet of Fire too. That one was really good. That one was sad. That's actually my older sister's favorite book is the Goblet of Fire. I really liked the Triwizard Tournament. I thought that was really cool, and I was really sad about Cedric Diggory. That was probably one of the saddest Harry Potter deaths. I think the saddest one for me was definitely Sirius Black because I really liked his character, and he was the only person that Harry had, and then boom, stupid Bellatrix. Am I right? No bills. I am going to transfer to a 4-year college. I'm actually touring college next Wednesday, which I'm excited about. I'm going to tour VCU, which will be very exciting. I'm doing that with my sister. So that'll be happening next week. But yeah, I am I'm not buying as much Lego as I have been recently. I've been being a little bit more responsible with my purchases. I haven't been spending my entire paychecks, but I have still been spending a decent amount on it. But I haven't. I remember at the start of the summer, I was dropping $1,300 on Star Wars sets every pay period for some reason. So I was just I don't know. It was summertime, and I had finished up at community college. So I was just here we go. And I had just gotten a promotion at my job, so I was okay, it's time to spend this a little bit. And so that's what I ended up. Sorry for that loud noise. I don't really guess my brother is, I think it's like football season or something. He's being a little obnoxious, but oh, well. Okay, let's see here. But very excited about that. It's a very scary and very exciting thing is searching for the colleges that I want to transfer to. But luckily, the deadline, I don't have to like decide until November. So that's why I'm kind of trying to get the touring out of the way now so I can kind of have the finalists that I ultimately want to consider touring or, consider transferring to. And then later on, I'll be able to apply and have a general idea for all the schools I want to go to. And that'll hopefully make the process a little bit less stressful, but we'll see about that. We'll see. That's probably why I like building the Lego so much, because it takes my mind off of it and I just get to focus on this stuff for a little bit. But that's what I'm kind of nervous about. I don't think I'll be able to bring the Lego over if I end up going to transfer into a school that is not like commutable for me. Like if it's like VCU, which is a few hours away, I would definitely not make that drive every single day for classes. So I would have to leave the Lego collection behind, which will be very sad. So got to build it while I can. Am I right? Also, I have noticed this is a very, it's starting off at least a pretty different design than the other gauntlets, which is good. It doesn't feel super repetitive because you actually start off with the bionicle joint on the bottom here that'll attach down here. So I think this might actually be slightly scaled down, I think, from the Infinity Gauntlet and the Nano Gauntlet, because those ones were much larger, I feel like, so far. Again, we literally just started building it, but the base does not seem as crazy, I would say. When you leave, the dust will be its babysitter. Not for real. It already is kind of dusty, bro. I have not dusted in forever, because like honestly it's not really worth it. The only time I ever dust stuff off, I like dust the actual shelves off, but not like the individual Lego, unless I'm like showing it off in like a Lego set review. I'll dust it, but like the only part that like where you can actually tell it's like super dusty are my black shelves, because like you'll see like they'll look more gray than they are black. So I already don't spend too much time dusting them anyway, but I bet it'll really become apparent if I come like 4 months, 4 months later. I like leave the Lego collection and then I come back 4 months later and I just see, whoa, my shelves are dusty. My Lego sets are even worse. That'll be rough. I guess I'll be thinking about other things though, so it won't bother me as much. Maybe I'll like do a quick little dusting off of some of my favorite sets just so I can kind of look at them. That's kind of why I'm happy that I decided to do the YouTube and TikTok thing, because I feel like in a scenario like that where I have to be away from the Lego collection, I still have like pictures of it and videos of it, so like I don't completely forget about the Lego collection. I have like something to actually look at it from, which will be good if I do decide to take that route. So that is something I'm grateful for. Also, what I really like too, I've kind of created a little like time capsule too with my YouTube and TikTok journey collecting Lego sets, because I'm able to like look back at my old videos, and my old videos, of course, show off my old Lego collection, and it's really cool. Something I'd highly recommend for y'all, even if you don't like make like videos about your Lego collection, like try taking pictures or videos of your Lego setup. Just take a few videos of it, and then just like every time you like make a big change, like take a few pictures, take some videos of it. That way, when you drastically change it in the future, it's really cool to see just how much it has changed over time. That's one of my favorite things to do, because what I'll sometimes do, I'll look back at like one of my first like TikTok videos I did like almost 3 years ago, which is kind of crazy to think about. I've been doing this for almost 3 years. Time flies, but it's really crazy to see just how much my space has changed. Like I remember when I had first started, I only had like 1 or 2 shelves for Lego sets, and now I have like an entire room dedicated to Lego sets. And I remember I only had like 2 sets, because I mainly collected minifigures. I would just get the minifigures, and then like I would just like dismantle the sets and just be like, oh, whatever, But now it has since expanded. Like remember my OG Lego sets that I had in my collection when I first got back into it that I actually displayed. I had the 20th anniversary Slave 1. I had General Grievous' Starfighter. I had the TIE Fighter, the Stormtrooper, and the Boba Fett helmet. And then that was it. That was my Lego collection for a while. Was just those sets. And boy, has it changed since then. Oh my gosh, it has definitely evolved a lot. And I still have all of those sets too on display. I think I had some of my Lego City sets though displayed back then though, and those have since been destroyed, unfortunately. So RIP to those sets, but I guess I've gotten new sets to replace them though. So they have been replaced. Dun, dun, dun. Also, here is our gauntlet so far. It's looking pretty good. I don't know dust at all because the sets will stay together as they get older. Yeah, I have to get the UCS Razor Crest sometime in my life. That's my all-time favorite ship from Star Wars. I need that set too. I've been wanting to get that before it retires. Luckily, I think it's been selling pretty well. So I think it'll be on shelves for, I think, at least another year. But that's a set of mine that I want to get to before it's gone, because I think what I really like about the UCS Razor Crest, it's a really nice ship design too. I really like it. It's very unique. But what I also can appreciate about that set is, it actually has an interior to it. That is one of my favorite parts of the UCS sets, is when they decide to give them fully detailed interiors. And I think the Razor Crest probably has the best interior. And it has the most references and Easter eggs to the Mandalorian and the source material than any other Star Wars UCS set. I really like what they did with the UCS Millennium Falcon, but I think they could have expanded upon the Falcon's interior. They definitely could have. I think the Millennium Falcon had a lot of potential for a really solid interior, but they kind of didn't do as much detail as I think they should have. But the interior spaces that we did get do look really nice, though. So I am happy with that. The UCS AT-AT also does a really good job with it. It's got like the sticker pieces on the inside representing like all of the like Imperial panels and stuff, which I really like. And then it's also got like space for the speeder bikes and the stormtroopers. But the Razor Crest has like the cockpit. It's got like the little Mando's room, and it's got like, I think it even comes with like a Boba Fett helmet too. So like there's plenty of references in it, which I like. Am I still thinking about getting the DeLorean soon? I was, but then the Venator. Because my original plan was, I have made space for the DeLorean, but my original plan was going to be getting the DeLorean and Hocus Pocus at the end of this month and early next month, because I have made space for both of those. But I think I am just going to hold off on the DeLorean for now. I think that might be like what I want to get for Christmas or something. That might be on my Christmas list this year. Christmas/birthday is probably going to be the DeLorean. I am going to get Hocus Pocus though in time for Halloween, because that will be a missed opportunity if I didn't have a Halloween Lego set to build. But I do still want the DeLorean. I still need to see Back to the Future Part 3. I've seen parts 1 and 2, and I really liked both of those. I think Part 3, last I checked, wasn't on any streaming service, which kind of sucks, because I really wanted to finish out the trilogy, and that was like kind of the Western version of it, where they go back to the Old West. And I really wanted to finish off the trilogy while I had just watched the second movie. But I waited too long, and they took it off Amazon Prime, which is what I had seen it on before. And now I think you have to like either rent it, or it's just like on like some random streaming service that nobody has. So unfortunately, I haven't watched Part 3 yet, but I hope by the time I get it, I'll have seen Part 3. That way I can, because you can make like all 3 versions of it. They've got like different parts that you can use, so you can like make the DeLorean be each version of the DeLorean that you see in the movies. Because like with each movie, Doc kind of upgrades it a little bit. I know that I like the minifigure selection in it too. They've got his appearance at the end of the first Back to the Future as Doc Brown's outfit, and I like how they made it different from the old one too. So like the old version of the Doc Brown minifigure stays unique, but then they also give people who had the old one a new option with the kind of like yellow jacket, which I think looks really nice. I think it was the Cantina live stream, the first one I watched of yours. Oh, I remember that one. I had a lot of fun building the Cantina. I remember the experience of going to get that was really fun too. That was I think the first time I went to the Lego store, it was in Raleigh, North Carolina. That was really fun. It was spring break, and they had some of their April Lego sets come out. And I remember I really was excited about the Cantina because I had wanted to get it for some time, and I just couldn't find space for it. And so I finally sat down, found out a way to find some space for it. I had been working a lot too, and I had been saving up, and then it was spring break, and we took a little weekend trip down to Raleigh, and it was a lot of fun getting that. So that was one of my bigger Lego hauls that I got. I remember that was where I got the 1989 Batwing too. I got that down there and some of the new sets. I remember I think I got the Hoff ATST, the Avengers Endgame battle pack that came with like Korg and Meek, and I got the Wolverine mech and some other stuff too. But that set was really fun to build. That's still one of my favorite Lego Star Wars sets that they've ever released, because they hardly ever do like these like building Lego sets where it's like the interior of a building. And that's probably my favorite Master Builder series set. Actually, no, I take it back. I like Ewok Village more, but I feel like if Ewok Village, if I didn't have that in my collection, that would definitely be number one, would be the Cantina. It's amazing. I love Star Wars ships with interiors and flying ships with vehicles with interiors made by Lego. I know, right? Even though you don't really see the interior too much, I still really appreciate when they do give us those interior details because it looks so nice. Like, that's what I like about the Ghost that they released recently. It's got a little, it's not much, but it does have like a small kitchen interior, and you've got like some crates and stuff and some chairs. I really like when they kind of take that extra step and give us those detailed interior spaces, because they really do add a lot to it, even though you don't really see it most of the time. When you do see it, it looks good, and I end up really appreciating it. Also, we've got the side of the gauntlets or I guess this first one is almost done. We're actually almost done with the entire bag too, so pretty good progress. We're moving on to bag number 14 of this set. I saw that Lego used Marty's head for Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and the Liberty Battle. Oh, really? I think it looks okay, but a bit inaccurate. Yeah, I didn't really like the Tobey head too much. I liked Andrew's though. I didn't like Tom Holland. The one they gave Tom Holland was not good either, because they had a perfect one with the Marvel Studios Series 1 CMFs. That head that they had for the Tom Holland minifigure was perfect, but I think they wanted to keep it exclusive, which is why they didn't use it in that set, which is kind of disappointing because I thought it looked really nice. Because I found myself really liking the Andrew Garfield minifigure. That one was perfect. Loved that minifigure. But the Tobey minifigure was also good. But like the Peter Parker face, I agree, was kind of they kind of dropped the ball on that one. But what's good about Lego is you can easily customize it. So it is literally super easy. Literally just have to like order something on Bricklink, or if you already have something in your own collection, very easy to swap it. I don't think I'll go through all that effort though, just because with my display, I don't have them with their like faces showing. I've got them displayed with the Spider-Man masks on. So I didn't do that for mine, but like if people do have them displayed with that, I could see why they would want to kind of modify it a little bit, because I definitely would if I had them displayed like that. The only one that I am like perfectly happy with, would not make any changes to, is the Amazing Spider-Man, I would say. Cole Mitchell says, I still need to buy the Cantina. Yes, definitely. I think they extended its shelf life though. I think it was originally planned to retire at the end of this year, but I don't think that's the plan anymore. I think they're still going to have it on store shelves for a little while longer. So I think you've got more time to get it, but that is definitely a set you don't want to miss out on. I love that set so much. It is the perfect Lego Star Wars set. I was really happy because I got it before they increased it. It was $350. Now it is $400. I was able to get it for its original retail price, which I was really happy about. It's something I will continue to brag about, even though it's only like a $50 difference. I was still like, yay, I got it cheaper. So there we go. I was like, hooray. I'm so proud of that, even though it's not even like worth bragging about because it's $50, but I was like, hooray. I was like, that is a good deal in my opinion. So whatever though. Also, we are now done with this bag. I just got to clip on these guys and boom. This is part 1 of the gauntlet. So we've just got to work on bag 14, and hopefully this finishes up this gauntlet. So I think how it works is this will finish up the first gauntlet, and then the next two, because there's 17 in total, the next 2 bags will probably get us the other gauntlet that you get, because you get his 2 gloves and the Wakanda Forever pose. A lot of people didn't like those. A lot of people wish that like they didn't include those, so the set would be cheaper. I don't know what my opinion is on that quite yet, because I haven't finished building them, but I'm kind of happy they included it because now that it's on sale, you know, you get more for it. So like it'll be exciting to see how they look. I almost want to like already attach it just to get an idea of the scale, but it's looking pretty good. It is a bit smaller, I think, than the Infinity Gauntlet though. So that's something to keep in mind for the scale of this, is it's not quite as big as those sets though, which makes sense though, because like this is kind of like a side build. So I can see why it's not like as big as the other ones though. But oh well, I bet the Wolverine's Adamantium Claw build is probably pretty similar to what we're doing right here. So now I don't even have to buy that set. I get to save some money there, which is cool. So yeah. My favorite was the Cloud City Master Builder series. That's like one of my dream sets. I love that set too. I want it so bad. I want that set so bad. I also want the Death Star that they've got from I think they re-released it in 2016 with updated versions of all of the minifigures. That is a set I really want. I want that set so bad, but it is that and Cloud City are probably some of the most expensive Lego Star Wars sets. So I don't think I will ever get those in my collection. It'll probably be a while, but I really, really want them in the collection. They look amazing. The Cloud City one especially, because the minifigures in that are just amazing. And I think, you know, Empire is my favorite movie, and so I want more Empire Strikes Back Lego sets. That's why I think I really wanted the UCS Falcon, was because that was going to be like the big UCS, or well, the big UCS set, yeah, but like the big Empire Strikes Back set that I would have in my Lego collection was the UCS Millennium Falcon, because it's loosely based off of the one from Force Awakens, but I think mostly they like mainly went for the Empire Strikes Back appearance, because like they give you the alternate satellite build that you can do for it, but I think mostly, like, I think there's a few subtle differences too though with the Force Awakens one and the Empire one, but I really liked that set and it was a lot of fun. My ranking for Master Builder series are 1 Ewok Village, 2 Cantina, 3 Cloud City, 4 the Death Star, 5 the 2008 Death Star, and the 6 the Hoth. The Hoth one was yeah. I think that was they could have done a little bit better. Let's see here. What else do we have? I feel like the honestly, I feel like the No Way Home battle is great, but it's a bit overrated. Honestly, I think it could have been a little bit better, but I am very, very happy with what we got, in my opinion. Though I really liked it. I think it could have been better, but they are adding on an expansion set to it though with Lizard and Sandman. So that was literally my only gripe with the set, is like, where's Lizard, where's Sandman? Because all you get is his hand. But oh well. Oh well, I guess. Whatever. Oh well. But I think what we did get was good. It's a affordable set. It's like, I think $110, and you get so many minifigures in it. We got all 3 Spideys, but I feel like they hardly ever have a perfect Lego set. So it's very rare for them to have a Lego set that does not have its flaws. I would say it's properly rated. If anything, maybe a little bit overrated just because of the hype with No Way Home. But I don't really know what people think of that set too much though. So I honestly can't really speak to it a lot, just because all they included for the statue is the head, and they put yeah, only Sandman's hand. I think it would have been really cool if we did get the what is it, the full Statue of Liberty build. That would have been a really cool thing to get, but unfortunately they did not do it. I think they did that just to keep it more affordable, but I feel like that's something that would be probably an expensive project, but would be pretty good. I feel like that would be possible, but definitely expensive to expand upon the Liberty battle and have more of the I guess exterior of it, like the full thing. You could like have the Captain America shield too. That would be really cool, because I think that's the Lady of Liberty in No Way Home has the what's it called? I think she has the Captain America shield. I think. I could be remembering things wrong. I feel like she did though. She did have a little small version of a Captain America shield, because I think it was like supposed to commemorate Captain America or something, because it falls off the Statue of Liberty, I think. Like they're standing on it when Tom Holland is fighting the William Dafoe Green Goblin, I think, but I'm not too sure. Did I build the Lady Liberty battle on live? I did not. That was one I built on a time lapse. I didn't. This is actually my first set I've built on live in over 2 months. So this is the first set. I built all of the September wave and all of the August wave of Lego sets on time lapses, except for this guy. So yeah, I had a few people comment saying that we'd like to see lives come back, and I was like, you know what? I think we'll do it. I think we'll do it. I was waiting for like a bigger set, but then I was like, it's been a while. Let's just get back into the groove. Let's bring back the live streams. And I'm happy I decided to do that because it's a very good experience, I would say. If only there was a truly amazing college 1 hour away from you. Dang, you're really trying to get me to go to tech, Jennifer. You know, Virginia Tech is good. I met with them, actually. I did meet with them and like had a little meeting. And what I found with Virginia Tech is they weren't going to accept a lot of my credits. So I don't really know about tech. I mean, I could make the commute if I did go there and I wouldn't have to leave behind the Lego sets. And then, yeah, I'd go to tech. So you'd be very happy about that, I know. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I know their deadline's actually a lot sooner than all the other schools, too. All the other schools I've looked at, their deadlines to apply is not until November. But I guess since tech is so popular, there's the deadline for spring classes ends October 1st. That is when you have to have your application sent in. And I'm like, oh. So if I wanted to consider that, I've got my homework to do. I gotta get on that if I really wanted to. What's up, LML? How you doing, man? Welcome back into the live stream. We have finished the actual cowl for Black Panther. This is all finished. I have to like kind of play around with it just to make sure everything snaps in though. But that is all finished up. And we are now starting work on the gauntlets here. We've got the first one almost finished. I think this bag actually finalizes all of the little details to it, and we've been making some pretty good progress. Brick Guy says the UCS Venator is perfect. I know, right? Only gripe is there's no interior, and it's a little bit overpriced, but I think it looks so good, though. I really want it. I want it so badly. Oh my god, but it's so expensive. It is so expensive, but I think it'll be worth it, though. It'll be really worth it. Did I listen to any of the music? I have not had a chance to, but I was thinking of probably doing it later today, though, as I probably won't be doing much after this because I just gotta put this in the Lego collection, and then I've gotta work on a few things for the YouTube channel and some other stuff. And usually I listen to music while I'm editing stuff, so I think then I'll give it a listen. You listened to some of the Beatles album, but got busy, so couldn't fish. Oh, nice. So what'd you think? I think it was I think I did Abbey Road and then George Harrison's My Sweet, or not My Sweet Lord. The album's called All Things Must Pass. But what did you think of the Beatles? I think Abbey Road is probably their best album, so I hope you liked it. But I know it's not for everybody, though. How much more space for shelves do you even have left? Join Lego Tech. I have a little bit more space. There's like some small wall space that I've got. What I'm planning on, I've got like 2 expansions planned. One I am currently working on right now. Like I've already bought the brackets and those are coming in the mail. I just need to buy the wood. But one is where I expand my city shelf so that it reaches the end of the wall. And then I'll have like a corner unit above my Star Wars The Clone Wars poster, which is right by my desk. That is one planned expansion. And then the second one will be I want to get rid of this TV stand because I don't really like how it looks. It kind of does not fit in with anything I have right now. And I want to get a more sleek TV stand. So that way I could get a bigger TV too. And I would put shelves on top of that. And that would hopefully be able to give me room for one additional Lego shelf on there. And then I would also put a shelf. I would probably have this be a Harry Potter shelf above my bed. Kind of like how I have the helmets above my window. That's where my small helmet shelf is. I would have a Harry Potter shelf right there because I've been thinking about getting into Harry Potter Lego sets because I've always been a big Harry Potter fan. And they've been releasing some great Harry Potter sets recently that are like affordable and they look good. They don't take up too much space. So I've been wanting to get some of those too. So I wanted to do that. And then I'm going to put hopefully put another shelf above my door. And that'll just be another Star Wars shelf, I think, once I get that done. So those are the planned expansions. However, after that, that is literally all I will have space for. I think there will be no more expansions in this current setup, which I think is definitely a sign, I would say. So unfortunately, that will be all once it is done. I know, I think I knocked a small piece loose. There we go. Got it. I was like, I heard something fall off, but I was like, what fell? So I've got to detach something real quick and make sure this doesn't fall off again. I am desperate for the Ahsoka sets and Gunship right now. They're so good. Oh my gosh. I love the Ahsoka wave. It is the perfect Lego Star Wars wave. It is so good. So good. I have nothing but positive things to say about it. I really enjoyed building all those sets. Also, here's our gauntlet so far. It's looking more complete. I think we're going to add some more of the claws here too. We've got some right here, and then I think these are retracted. And I think you get like with his like fingertips, there's like a few other ones too, I think. Though I'm not too sure. I haven't really looked at it too much, but it's looking more and more complete. Now we just have to finish up this side though, because this side definitely is not complete, but the other side is looking like it's almost finished. I'm going to be honest, I listened to it when I was half asleep, so I got to listen to get proper thoughts. Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. It is very good though, and it's my favorite album of all time. But yeah, I feel like a lot of the lyrics are very calming, so I can see why. I think probably my favorite song off of that album is I really like "Here Comes the Sun." Something is really good. Something is probably one of my favorite songs ever. It is the perfect song in my opinion. I like Golden Slumbers is another one of my favorites on that album. And then that's like, there's like 3 parts to the Golden Slumbers song. There's Carry That Weight, and then there's The End. And I really like both of those songs. I think Carry That Weight is also really good. The End is kind of just there. It's good, but it doesn't stand out compared to the other parts of the song. I think Golden Slumbers is the best one, then Carry That Weight. It gets worse as it continues, I guess. I kind of quit on floating shelves because one fell on me a while ago. Yeah, I don't really use the floating shelves anymore either because the problem with it is like they start to like tilt a little. They like sag a little bit, and that's not good because you don't want it to like, because some of them I couldn't even put cars on the shelves because the cars would literally roll off of the shelf because like there was just, they don't hold a lot of weight, and you definitely don't want your Lego sets to fall off of the shelf that you have built for them. So I had to replace them with the shelves I have right now. And also they just like did not fit a lot of Lego sets on them because with the limited space that I have, I feel like if I want to continue getting Lego sets, I have to like make the most out of my space. And the floating shelves look nice, but they're not very practical. They look really cool and they're fairly cheap. Well, no, not really. They're kind of more expensive than the shelves I have now. The shelves I have now are cheaper, more customizable, and you fit more stuff on them. So it's like a win-win, I would say. But the floating shelves look really nice though, because they've got the floating look to them. But they don't fit a lot. They sag a lot if you don't install them properly. Even if you do install them properly, they still, I feel like, just do not. They're just not good. They're not very deep, so you can't hold like anything on them, which sucks. And it's just, they're not. I would not recommend them at all. Luckily, none of mine fell, which oh my god, I would have been so mad if that happened. I have not had a shelf fall on me yet, but I feel like I dread the day that that happens because that will be a crappy day because the Lego will probably get damaged and then I'll have to rebuild all of those sets. And the problem with that is if the shelf falls, all the sets fall on it. So like all of the pieces are mixed together. So you have to like sort through what pieces are from what set. And it's just, yeah, that's its own little train wreck. Then you have to put up a new shelf and hope that one does not fall. So yeah, not good. I've dropped my Play-Scale Razor Crest on the stairs, transferring it to my room, and boy, was that a sad day of putting it back together. Oh God, yeah, that does not sound like a fun time at all. Because it's fun building Lego sets, but it's not fun rebuilding them after they have fallen. Because I like rebuilding Lego sets, but it has to be under the right circumstances. You know, I don't want to have to like do repair duty on it and hope I like, because whenever I drop a Lego set, I feel like the pieces get all scratched up and it's just damaged, especially if there's a lot of tiles, you lose pieces and it's just not fun. It's not fun. There's a right way to rebuild a Lego set. And when you drop it, that is definitely not the right way, but it is good that you were able to kind of salvage it though, because that's the point of Lego is it can be rebuilt. So unless you glue it, do not glue your Lego sets because if you drop them, that is not good. Do not do that. One of my favorite albums of all time is probably Hefty Fine or the other ones. It's not hard off though. I really am not a huge fan of it. Sad day. Yes, sad day indeed. Brick Guy says it's got bookshelves now because they have a better value and they hold more. Completely agree. One bookshelf that I used from Target, one entire unit that holds way more sets than my floating shelves was the same price. So it's like $35 at Target. Don't even have to install it on the wall, so it's much easier to install. Holds way more. You're able to adjust them too to fit more. They're deeper, and it's literally the same price, and you get so much more out of it. I think honestly, I like my bookshelves better too. I think when I eventually get like my own place, though, I'm probably not going to use the same ones. I'll probably upgrade to some IKEA shelves because those are able to hold more. And I kind of want to get white shelves instead. I like the black ones, but I think if I were to change it up, I would definitely I would think the second way around I'm gonna get some black one, or not black ones, some white ones, because I kind of like how those ones look. I feel like dust is less apparent on them too, because it kind of blends in with the white, I would say. But I would highly recommend though, if you do need new shelves, invest in some, like Target has some really good ones that are really cheap. They're not like the best quality, but they work and they haven't broke on me yet. I've had one of them for like over a year now, and it still works today. So I really like those a lot. One of the sets that fell on my floating shelf and was knocked was Home Alone and the question mark block. Oh no, not those guys. Those sets are amazing. I can only imagine. I feel like Home Alone wouldn't be too terrible to reconstruct, but I think the question mark block, because of all of the Technic and all of the play features where you can like kind of bring out all of the different what's it called, like the different worlds from Mario 64, that would be such a pain in the butt to rebuild, I feel like. So I would not want to drop that at all. That would be a nightmare for me. So oh my god, I can only imagine the pain that was rebuilding the question mark block, because like it wasn't really a difficult build, but like it had a lot. I remember it had a lot of Technic to it, and like that just does not sound like fun having to rebuild that guy. So that sucks, but I guess that's part of owning Lego though. So yeah. If you're getting the UCS Racer Crest but you don't have space, one thing you could do is buy it, then keep it sealed till you have your own house. True, and that is probably the approach I will take. If it retires sooner than I think it will, that's probably what I will end up doing, because I don't want to miss out on it, because it's such a nice set. And it's probably one of the best UCS sets that they have on the market right now. And I definitely don't want to miss out on it, because it's a very well put together set. I really like the interior of it too, and I definitely don't want to miss out on it. So that is probably something I would do, is just buy it now, build it when I have the space. So that's a good idea. That's what I was considering doing with the Star Destroyer, but I just never really got around to it, unfortunately. Also, this bag is now completely done. So we'll have this. I don't think the gauntlet is done though. There's like still a few details left here. Like we still have to build the fingers, which I don't really think the fingers will take too long to build. So this is just going to attach onto the side here. Oh wait, hold on. Did I have? Oh, I think these guys actually go up a little bit. I placed these guys wrong. They are supposed to go higher up on this thing, but then it will be all good. Let's see. How come you don't play anything in the background anymore? So the reason I was going to have like some movies playing in the background, like I usually do. Like I was planning on having both of the Black Panther movies on, and maybe like Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame. But the problem is with my new setup that I have here, my TV is now in frame, so you can actually see it. And if I had stuff playing, you would actually be able to see the whole movie, and I'd probably get taken down for that, because they have like detectors and stuff. Oh, and this is actually going to attach onto here now. So we've got one gauntlet right there. I guess you build the claws last, then maybe you just build the base of your two gauntlets, and then you build the claws and the thumbs later on. So now we're going to start on our other one. You can see the first one right there, kind of in the Wakanda Forever salute, and then the other one will be coming soon. Let's see if I can place this guy on here correctly. I think I gotta move it around a bit. Okay, there we go. Sweet. Okay, awesome. So that one is good to go. And now it's on to bag number 15. And we only have 2 more bags left before this guy. So some great progress here. Almost done. 2 more. I just went by the ECS Star Story. It's kind of mid, and now it's like $1,400. Yeah, I'm definitely not. That's what I might do with the Falcon because I heard it's never going to retire. I think they might. Well, that's one of those sets that I feel like will be like the 2008 Death Star. I feel like that set's going to be around for like an extended shelf period. I think it's probably getting close to the end of its shelf life now that I think about it, though. But I would not buy that until it's closer to its retirement if you don't have space for it. Because, like, why buy it if you can't have it displayed? I heard the Jaws diorama will include a giant propelled shark like the Jurassic World diorama. Ooh, that's cool. I remember when the Jurassic Park diorama came out, I was heavily considering buying that, and I still haven't gotten around to it. I think it's either already retired or is retiring soon. And at this point, I love Jurassic Park, but like I don't think I like the franchise enough to justify having a Lego set. Because like it's a great movie. I love the Jurassic Park movies, but like I'm not like as big of a fan of it to like want to have like a whole area of my collection dedicated to it. So I think because of that, I probably won't get it. Maybe might be the same case with the Jaws set. I'm not sure. I'll have to see how it looks, but that's cool because I know the Jurassic Park diorama at least looked really nice. I really liked it. They had it. I think it came out when they had the Star Wars dioramas too. I think. What about music? Music. My concern with that is I don't know what I have to like look at the YouTube thing, but since I'm still new to the YouTube live streams, I don't know how they are with like copyright and stuff because I feel like TikTok was one thing about them is they don't really care if you had like movies playing in the background or like copyrighted stuff. YouTube, however, is very, very strict about that. So I feel like I don't really want to give them reason right now to be able to take down the live stream. And I feel like they have certain detectors in place where they could like hear copyrighted music and then boom, it would get taken down. So I'm kind of hesitant right now to have music playing for that very reason, just because I don't want the stream to get taken down if I can avoid it. So that is why I don't have music on for now. So I might like get like a no copyright playlist or something going on, or I might just see what other people's experiences with YouTube lives have been so far. But yeah, still in the works because we're I would still say we're pretty new to the YouTube live streams. This is the 4th one we've done. And that sounds like a lot, but compared to the amount that I did on TikTok, not a lot at all. I used to do like 4 live streams per one set. I remember there was one period of time on TikTok where I think I was doing a live stream like every day for like 2 weeks, I feel like, because I had a very long period where I just did not go live. And then I just had like so many sets that I wanted to build on TikTok live. And I just kept doing it until I got through my backlog. So yeah, looking good. Thanks. It's Tio. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're getting close to completion. The cowl is done. One claw is done. And now we just have the other claw. And then there is a small stand that we have to build too that will have our Wakanda Forever plaque. All right. I think it just says Black Panther on it, but we just got that left. But yeah, tons of progress. I feel like we've been able to do a pretty good job today with getting stuff done in time. We only have 2 more bags left, and I feel like we'll be live a little bit longer than we were yesterday. Yesterday was like 2.5 hours. We're just now hitting the 2-hour mark right now. So I hope to be finished relatively soon. I feel like the gauntlets so far have been pretty straightforward. I feel like they're a little smaller than the Infinity Gauntlet and Nano Gauntlet sets, which I feel like is why. And it's also just a much simpler design too. It's literally just like black with like a few chrome and like claws in there. So it's not like the most advanced build at all. So I feel like that's why I'm able to kind of get through this part of the build much quicker. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to finish this guy up pretty soon, because I've also got to do a little overview of this too. The new Viking village is pretty cool. I know, right? I think that one looks really cool. So does the A-frame cabin that came out a while ago. The reason why I mentioned the A-frame cabin is that's another set from LEGO Ideas that I think looks really cool. But I don't think I'll pick up either one of those just because I don't really think they fit in too much with my current LEGO setup. Like, I also really like the medieval blacksmith, but like, I just don't have too many sets that would like go well with it, if you know what I mean. It would kind of just stand out, but like not in a good way. So I think I'm gonna refrain from getting it, but I really like how they're kind of remaking these classic Lego themes with Lego ideas. Like we just got the El Dorado Fortress, I think is what it's called from Lego Ideas. That's kind of like it goes with Pirates of Barracuda Bay. Then we of course have, I think it was like 2 years ago, we got Lion Knight's Castle, I think too. I might try to go live on YouTube. Who wants to come and watch me build the Jedi Starfighter set? I'll watch for a little bit. I'll watch while I'm editing the YouTube video for this. I've also got the time lapse going on too. But I'll definitely stop in for a little bit if you decide to go live. Just gotta let me know what time though, so I'm able to actually catch. But I think that'll be fun. The 2008 Death Star came out September 1st and retired December 31st of 2015. Dang, that was a long shelf life. Dang. I think the 2016 Death Star like literally immediately replaced it too. So I think the only reason they would actually retire the UCS Millennium Falcon is if they had a UCS set to replace it. Like, and by that I mean like I feel like they would just do another UCS Millennium Falcon instead of the current one where they somehow improve it a little bit. Like maybe they do like a Kessel Run Millennium Falcon. I could see that selling potentially well. Have a UCS Kessel Run Millennium Falcon, or maybe what they would do, I don't think this would replace it, but they could, is if they did a UCS Ghost, because they kind of look pretty similar. I bet that would probably replace the UCS. It could replace the UCS Millennium Falcon, now that I think about it, you know, because they're kind of the same shape. And I think a UCS Ghost would sell really well if they had like a full interior. They could give us the Ghost crew, but like super detailed and like updated. Because the only updated ones we got was just Hera and Sabine. We still need Ezra, Zeb, and what's his name? Kanan, the most important one, my favorite, Kanan. We still need him remade because I don't think he's going to be in the Ahsoka show. All they've done is name drop him, so I don't think we'll get an updated minifigure of him. But a UCS Ghost, however, could give us that. We could also get like new Grand Inquisitor. Even though we just got one for Kenobi, we could get another new Grand Inquisitor, and we could get maybe like Rebels Ahsoka. And I think it would be really cool if we got Thrawn. They could throw Thrawn, and that's Agent Callus. That would be really cool. Will I keep doing the YouTube streams? I think I will. Yeah. I don't think it'll be as frequent as the TikTok live streams were, but I'm definitely going to try and keep doing them because I think it's a lot of fun. And what I like about the YouTube streams is I feel like I've got my TikTok community, which I really like, and it's nice to be able to talk with y'all again. But then also I feel like with YouTube, I have expanded to another audience too, and there's even more people that did not watch the TikTok streams. So I think I definitely want to keep doing them, though I don't think it'll be as frequent as the TikTok live streams. It'll definitely start to become it'll definitely become a regular thing, I think, as time goes on. I want to do better at trying to have a consistent schedule for live streams, I think, because they're a lot of fun to do, you know, and having not done one in so long, it kind of makes you appreciate what you were not doing, I guess, or what you did not have access to a lot more. So like I feel like I've been able to appreciate the live streaming a lot more since I have not done one in so long now. So I definitely want to make it a regular thing, but won't be as frequent, but I think it'll be cool. I think any public college and VA has to accept the same classes. I don't know. Good luck. I'm not really too sure how it was, but I think it is definitely worth another look though at Virginia Tech. So we will definitely see. You know, I'm not like gonna rule it out, but it's just lower on the totem pole, I guess, if you want to call it that. The totem pole that is my search for colleges to transfer to. It has since been lowered in rank. I went from heavily considering it to not considering it to now slightly considering it. We all know the moon is made of green cheese. What if it was made of barbecue spare ribs? Would you eat it then? You know what? I don't think I've ever had ribs before. My family doesn't usually eat pork, so I kind of grew up just eating mostly chicken and like turkey. So I don't think I've ever had ribs, but I would like to try them. So I would Yeah, I would say so. Even if it was made of cheese, I would still do that. I don't know why. I'm just obsessed with cheese for some reason. The 2005 Death Star 2 and Sandcrawler came out September 1st, 2005, and retired in 2003. So yeah, the UCS sets definitely have a longer lineup for sure, I think. So because they're so expensive and because I feel like the UCS Star Wars sets are probably the best selling out of the entire Star Wars team. So because of that, they tend to have just like ridiculously long shelf lives, except for the ones that like they'll like sometimes drop the bar on a UCS Star Wars set. It'll either be like way overpriced or it'll just like not look good at all. They'll just like do a bad job, I guess, recreating the certain ship or design that they've been meaning to do, and they'll just like poorly recreate it. And so, because of that, they won't sell well, and it'll retire quicker. Like I feel like the UCS gunship, I feel like that's that. I really like it, but I feel like that definitely has had a much shorter run than some of the other UCS sets, because I think a lot of people expected it to have like the minifigures and design of a play scale set, but it was a UCS set, which I think was one of its big flaws. I don't think the UCS gunship has really sold very well too, which is unfortunate. I really like the UCS gunship actually. Like having owned it and having it displayed, and having seen it in person with my other Lego sets has really made me come around on it, because before I wasn't like the biggest fan of it. But now that I have it and I've got it displayed with my other sets, I really have come around on it, and I think it looks really good. It could have been a lot better, but what we got, though, I am happy with. And I don't really think we'll get another UCS gunship, at least not for some time now, not for the foreseeable future. I mean, there's always the potential for a remake, like maybe if they did like a different design, like a UCS Coruscant Guard gunship. But like, if they did that, though, I do not think that would sell very well at all, because I think the current one isn't even selling like as well as they thought it was, just because of how overpriced it is, though. So RIP to that. What about the ECS Star Destroyer from Rise of Skywalker with the red stripes to make it more unique? Probably not, because the Star Destroyers from the sequels. Yeah, they haven't really done a UCS sequel set besides the buildable sculptures. Those are the only kind of UCS style sequel ones that we have gotten from Lego. Just those guys. I don't really think we will get one, because the sequels, I mean, if we did, I would be very surprised, but I just don't think enough people really care about the sequels enough for Lego to make like some $800 UCS set. Because like I think it would probably just collect dust, because you have like the very loud and adamant sequel haters. I'm not the biggest fan of the sequels. Like I'm not like saying, oh my gosh, the sequels are amazing, but like they're not. I feel like they're not as bad as people make them out to be, but they're certainly not perfect. And I do not think sequel UCS sets would sell very well at all. You should watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I'm almost done with it. Dang, you're on season 16? Dang, 16 seasons of it. Jeez, that is a lot. I'm gonna head out, enjoy the stream. Yeah, peace out, Flipper Man. It was nice catching up with you. And yeah, I'll do an announcement when we have another live stream. I have to charge my laptop. My laptop's almost dead, so I forgot to charge it overnight, so it was only at like 70%. So I'm hoping I am able to finish this before my laptop dies, but we'll see. We only have 2 more bags left, and I'm almost done with this one, so it'll be a race for sure. But I think if it looks like my laptop's gonna die, I'll probably just like have to unplug my microphone and deal with less quality audio, but like then the stream won't just shut down though. So yeah. But peace out, Flooper Man. Hope you have a nice rest of your weekend. The UCS gunship kind of stopped selling after Lego's interview for it came out, because yeah, I know like at first it had the Imperial logo for it, I think, which a lot of people started making fun of it for. They're like, oh yes, the UCS gunship, the new UCS Star Wars set from the original trilogy. And I was like, no, this is not from the original trilogy. And I think a lot of people got mad about that, because I will say one thing about Star Wars fans is they care a lot about attention to detail. And when that attention to detail is not met, I feel like they throw temper tantrums. I had somebody call me out on my I did a review of all of the Ahsoka sets, and I made the Big mistake. Oh my gosh, how could I do this? Worst thing ever. How could I? I accidentally placed Hera when I was reviewing the Ghost. I put her in the gunner seat thinking it was the pilot seat because, like, I didn't, I consider myself a big fan of Star Wars Rebels, but, like, I didn't memorize the exact layout of the ship. And, like, bro, people were roasting me in the comments saying, how can you be a Star Wars Rebels fan if you put Hera in the wrong seat of the Ghost? And I was like, dang, okay. All right, buddy. Okay. I guess I'm a fake fan now. So yeah, Star Wars fans, yeah, they do not play around when it comes to attention to detail with certain things. And it's both admirable, but also kind of frustrating too. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword because, like, I feel like the care that they have in their kind of fandom is really nice and I admire it a lot. But then it also gets to the point where it's like, okay, I think we're getting a little too crazy here. But oh well, I'm just glad that there's a fan base that is so passionate about this project, and because of that, we have gotten such good stories from the Star Wars universe, though. So I'm happy with it. Also, we're now almost done with bag 15. We're putting the finishing touches on this gauntlet, and it's hard to believe that this set is now already almost finished up here. We're at, let's see, I'm at 18% on my laptop, so I feel like we might be able to push through, depending on how long it takes me to build this next bag. I feel like we'll be able to push through and hopefully still have the microphone on, but, like, I don't know. I think if it gets to 10%, that's when I'll say, okay, time to go. Their public gunship is set from the original trilogy. Oh, shoot, you're right. You're right. My bad. It is from the original trilogy. Yes, the Imperial gunship, the Imperial gunship, my favorite UCS set with the Darth Mace Windu and the yellow Stormtrooper commander, right? Also, here's our gauntlet, literally the exact same thing as the other one, but, like, this guy is just slightly different in the way that it's his, I guess this is his left hand, and the other one was his right. And so we now have bag 16, which is only one bag. So, and I don't think the other bag 14, I think it was the one that we did before this, was not very long to do it all too. So I think we should be fine, because although bag 17, there's like 3 bags for it, but literally the only thing left though is just like the very small stand that we have for this set. And then we've got like his fingers, which the fingers aren't, like, they literally take like no time at all to build. Like, when I remember the Infinity Gauntlet and stuff, like, the set was practically finished. The fingers literally were like a small, like, poly bag amount of pieces left over. So I think we'll do it. We're at like 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I think, yeah, this one had one more bag. So I guess it kind of makes sense that this guy has taken a little bit longer than the rest of it, but the progress we have made is very impressive. It's finally coming together. We've got the finished face, which looks very good in person. I am very happy with this, and I can't tell you how excited I am to, like, it's always so rewarding when you finish building a Lego set and then you go over to place it in the Lego collection. That's like always like kind of like, I guess, the moment of truth. The moment of truth is placing it in the Lego collection, seeing how it looks next to your other Lego sets, and just seeing it in all of its glory from a distance. It looks huge. It is. Yes, it is very big. It is very, very big right here. It's like almost like running into the shelf that I have on my desk here. So yeah, a massive Lego set, because like I had never seen this in person before. So like it's very surprising because I don't live near a Lego store. So like I don't get to kind of like see the new releases in person. So like all I have to kind of go off of like how big a Lego set is just like the pictures that they have online for it, and then like the actual dimensions of it that they give you. But like I hardly ever will like measure like how big a Lego set is just to get an idea for the scale. I only do that if I actually plan on buying it. And I usually don't pay attention to height. I knew how like thick the Lego Black Panther set was, because I had to see how thick it was to see if it would actually like fit on my shelf, if my shelf would be deep enough to actually fit it. Luckily it is, which is a good thing. But I also look usually how long the set is too, because that's also very important. You got to see how long it is just to see if I can actually fit it in my current setup. That's usually the most important thing. And then if that all works, I decide to buy it. But this guy's very tall. Very, very tall. My Lego store is 5 minutes away. Oh, that is so lucky. I am so jealous of that. I think if I lived that close to a Lego store, I would probably live there. I would be there like every other day. I feel like my big Lego store that I go to a lot because I don't have one close to me. Closest one's like 3 hours away, which kind of sucks. Is Barnes and Noble and Target. I feel like I'll kind of, if I have a day off and I'm not really doing anything, I'll just like kind of browse the Lego aisle and stuff over there. But that'll be so fun to go to a Lego store and just like be able to do that every day. I am so jealous of that. I would probably work there too. But like the problem is if I worked there though, I think they have like it's really annoying. They have like a strict policy that like if you work at a Lego store or like for Lego, you can't like make content or like it's like very weird how you like are able to make kind of content because they don't want it to appear as if you were speaking on Lego's behalf, and they're very strict about that. So I probably have to stop making videos if I did work at one. But like that employee discount though is tempting. I would literally just be like working like 30 hours a week and then pouring all of the money I earn right back into the store. Probably buying up like everything. Honestly, what I would also do is like if I ever saw myself quitting that job, I would probably buy up a bunch of UCS sets at the discount and then just like sell them at their original price as soon as they retire, make some money back. I bet you they have a rule against that if you like actively work there, because like they have a rule against that at my current job too, where you get free stuff, but like you can't sell the free stuff you get at a profit or you get fired. Like how are they going to actually find out that you're doing that? I don't know, but it's like you kind of think, is it worth losing my job to try and make a extra like $50 or something? Would you say that Breaking Bad is better than the Star Wars shows? That's tough because I think Breaking Bad is, I don't know actually. I don't know because most of the Star Wars shows recently have not been very good. Ahsoka, however, is perfect. I don't have any problems with the Ahsoka show. A lot of people complain that it's slow, but I love the Ahsoka show. It is like the highlight of my week is those Tuesday nights. I get off work and then I like every single week I have it's been like a tradition, and I'm really happy with this tradition, and I'm sad for it to end because we're getting closer to the end of the Ahsoka show, and it'll be disappointing to see this tradition end. But my tradition recently has been I get off work around 8 o'clock on Tuesdays. The Ahsoka episode comes out at 9. I usually stop by the store, make some cookies, and I'll just like eat like a whole batch of cookies and watch the new Ahsoka episode. And Ahsoka has been so good so far. It's like got so much fan service in it, but it's not like too much to where it's like only fan service. And it's so well written, and it like ties up all of the loose ends from Star Wars Rebels while also setting up the future Star Wars projects too. The characters are so well written. There's just so many different ones that are amazing. Also, we're almost done with this bag now too. So maybe we're at 14%. So I think we might have to lose the mic pretty soon. But the thing with Breaking Bad though is the attention to detail in that is also really good because Star Wars has a lot of attention to detail because they have this whole universe that is like this huge interconnected universe. Everything plays off of each other. Everything is connected. And there's so many different characters and so many different storylines, so many different just like parts in the universe. The advantage that Star Wars has is it is set over a much longer time period than the Breaking Bad universe is. So they have like so many more stories to tell than Breaking Bad does. However, the Breaking Bad universe is so like perfectly well written, and the characters in that are also really good too. So I think objectively, there's I'm giving like a video essay answer on this, but like it's a good question. I'm glad you asked it, but I think there's several different ways you can look at it. Which universe has had like, because I think what I'm about to say now is Star Wars has had, in my opinion, a much larger impact on society than Breaking Bad has. Breaking Bad the Breaking Bad universe still has a huge impact on society. But you also have to look at Star Wars. It has been one of the big kind of testaments to how good Star Wars is it started in, I think it was 1977, I think is when A New Hope came out. That is when Star Wars started. And I think the fact that Star Wars is still relevant today, it's still relevant today. It still has a huge fan base of people that love watching the movies, love watching the TV shows, and people that care about the franchise. The fact that that community is still alive and is still able to pull in these new fans that weren't even alive when the original trilogy was even out in theaters. The fact that it's still able to appeal to those old fans, the fact that it is still relevant today to where new people are drawn in, and that it has remained one of the most talked about franchises too at that speaks to how good it is, because it's still relevant almost 40 years later, and like everybody knows what Star Wars is. Everybody knows about it. Breaking Bad, however, it's like a lot younger than Star Wars does. So like it's not really fair to make that point because it's still fairly like young TV show, I would say. Like came out in like 2008, I think, or something, but it's one of the most talked about TV shows right now. So for me, I think Star Wars is better written, mostly because of that nostalgia, and mostly because I grew up on Star Wars, but I did not grow up on Breaking Bad. So my answer, heavily biased, the Star Wars universe is better written, because I know this is probably a little controversial. Everybody has their own opinions, but I think the Star Wars universe is better because out of all of the different projects that they have, they all connect together, and I don't really think there's too many plot holes in Star Wars either. And I feel like the fact that they have this like big interconnected universe, and it's like relatively, I wouldn't say it's really easy to follow because you have to like watch a lot to understand it, but the fact that you can still follow it, like if you've seen everything, you'll probably understand everything that is going on. I think that is a lot. So honestly, in my opinion, Star Wars, but I still love Breaking Bad though. I love Breaking Bad. One of my favorite TV shows. Better Call Saul, also amazing too. I have watched Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, all of the Breaking Bad universe stuff, except like the Slip and Jimmy short or whatever, which I heard wasn't really that good. I really still like Breaking Bad, but like out of the two, Star Wars. I'm gonna go with Star Wars, but that's also a heavy bias too. But I feel like I brought up some fair points about it too. But the thing with Breaking Bad, though, it has the only episode that is rated a perfect 100 on IMDb, though. And that is, of course, Ozymandias, which is my favorite episode of the entire show. And it's really cool how you get to see kind of Walter's character development as he like slowly starts to lose Walter and becomes Heisenberg more and more too. That's also really interesting to follow, and it's interesting to see how his actions, kind of affect everybody around him too. It kind of reminds me. This is really stupid, but it reminds me of like Anakin Skywalker falling to Darth Vader, and then Walter White falling down to Heisenberg. It's kind of reminiscent of that. Because like Walter White is like a good guy at the start, but then he gets corrupted by I guess the meth, and he gets corrupted by it and gets greedy and starts to not care about anything except making more money. It's like an addiction for him. So both great franchises, and to each their own. But yeah, Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul learned how to actually make meth, so they didn't accidentally make a tutorial on how to make it in the show. I heard about that too, and they you know what else I heard is they left out certain parts of the process too intentionally. Like when they have the little time lapses of them cooking, they specifically, I saw in like, it was either an interview or like something else, that they had to intentionally leave certain parts out so that viewers couldn't watch the show and replicate how to cook. And I remember that was something, I think I saw it on TikTok or something, where like Vince Gilligan and them had to be like very sure, like, or they had to be very careful that they left out like the key parts to the cooking process so that every viewer at home couldn't just like say, oh, okay, I'll just follow what they did and then like actually be able to cook. Because I feel like that would have ended up in a few lawsuits. The show definitely would have been canceled and we wouldn't have gotten a good ending. But oh well. Jennifer sending crying emotes. I gotta go. I'll be back if it's still on later. Okay, yeah. Peace out, LML. It was good talking to you. Good question about the Breaking Bad universe. See, that really made me think, I gotta say, but I don't know. We're at 12% on my computer now. We have one more bag left, so I'm not too sure how long this final bag will take us. I know we are like literally on the final step for bag 16, so I hope we're able to finish up relatively soon so my laptop doesn't die, but we'll see. I don't know. But we're almost done with this gauntlet, and we'll attach it to the side here in a second. And then it's just, we got to build. I know there's like the small stand and the claws that is left over for us to build, but then that will be the entire set. So I'm glad I met my goal here of finishing this set in the afternoon, because I still wanted time to I still have to like edit my video that I'm working on for tomorrow. I haven't even begun to do that, so I've got on a bit of a time crunch there, because it's going live at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Because I like to keep a consistent upload schedule, because I think that's, if you want to see success, I feel like you have to like have a consistent enough schedule to like where people know when the next upload is. And if you break that format, that's not really good, and I don't want to do that unless I absolutely have to. So very happy that it's looking like we'll be able to meet that goal, but we will see. I think after I finish this bag, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and unplug my microphone just so that I can plug up my laptop to its charger. So here is this finished gauntlet. This is going to attach right here. So boom, there we go. We have both sides of the gauntlet now complete. So there we go. Here's a better look at him. Oh, actually, no, accidentally detached the entire stand here when I was trying to move him around. But oh god, it's like getting too big to like move around. Oh my gosh. But really quick, y'all, I'm gonna unplug my microphone. So do me a favor and let me know if y'all can hear me now. Let's see if I've got to get the right one though, because I don't want to unplug my webcam, because these guys are in the same one. Okay, so unplugging the mic now. Oh wait, probably should stand up so I don't actually knock off what I have spent so long trying to build here. So boom. Our microphone is unplugged. Let me know if y'all can hear me. So let me know. Can y'all hear what I am saying right now? I'm plugging in my computer now so that it doesn't die on me, because I just got a warning message. Okay. So do I sound good, y'all? Definitely let me know. We're also going to go ahead and open up bag number 17 here. I'm going to move T'Challa back a little bit. I guess I can move my microphone off my desk now too and make some more space for him. And now you can see more of Black Panther in frame, which is good. And here is bag number 17. Wiley Boy says, what set are we going to build after Black Panther? Probably the UCS Venator, because I don't really plan on getting anything in between, just because of how expensive the Venator actually is. Also, dang, we're at 2.5 hours, 2 now. So I think my schedule, also final bag, hooray. But I think my upload schedule, or like, my building schedule, I guess, is going to be Venator, then Hocus Pocus, and after that, I would probably say like the DeLorean or something. But I don't know, though. I don't know. I feel like I should get some sets in between that. I want to get the new holiday diorama, the Millennium Falcon holiday diorama. So I'll probably get that too. That'll be like something in between. Like I'll have like small sets here and there, but like the big, I know my next one's definitely the Venator. So I would look forward to that. I don't know if I'll do like a live stream on the entire set. I might just do one like on the last bag or something. Because I kind of want to like build that all in one sitting. And then I'll do like a quick little live on like, here's the last bag and a little overview of it, because like I feel like that'll be a frustrating set to build on live. But who knows? Maybe I will. I am definitely doing the Hocus Pocus one on live. When your laptop dies before you finish, to say, I hate you. Minus Anakin Skywalker. Not for real. I was getting so nervous there. I already got like a warning message like about like 20 minutes ago. And I was like, uh-oh, because I was being really stupid. I really should have plugged, because like I feel like doing the live streams really drains my computer battery, because I have like my webcam is feeding into it, my microphone feeding into it, all draining battery. And then this is feeding into it. So it's a lot. And I really should have thought to actually charge it overnight, because that's what I would do when I got the school laptops. When I was in high school, they would like loan us laptops, and that was always my thing. Charge it overnight so I can play cool math games all day during school the next day. But oh well, it's kind of like when I would stream for a while on my phone for TikTok, and I'd have to unplug some stuff to actually make sure it was charging. Except I will say, I feel like my laptop definitely does have a longer battery life than my phone, because I think they are designed completely differently. Also, what we are starting on right now in this bag, it's a lot of the same pieces, because I think most of this is going to be for his fingers. We are working on, I think, the first thumb or whatever. I guess, I don't know. So we're starting on that. So I feel like this bag is probably going to be a little repetitive. So far, though, I have enjoyed the set. I enjoyed building the gauntlets. I didn't think I would, but I did. And I enjoyed building the actual main face of this. I think this will probably be my least favorite part. Just building the same fingers over and over again. But it's only one bag, so it's not that bad. I'm going to try and sort some of these pieces, too, because I can't really find the one I'm looking for. I'm going to have the big plates right there, and then we'll have some of these big Technic pieces and like these tree branches off to the side. That way I should be able to just easily pinpoint the specific pieces that I am looking for. So I just need a small 2x2 plate that's like got like the little mixel joint on it. That's how these guys actually work here. Let's see here. I don't know why it's so hard to find this. It's like whenever I build UCS Batman, it's always a struggle to find everything because it's all black, and it's like, oh no, where is everything? There it is. Finally found it. I do like the purples that is in this, though. You don't really get purple when you build a Batman set, but you do get it for Black Panther sets, so that's good. Kind of like the UCS Falcon. Yes, exactly like the UCS Falcon. Because what I also want to do, but what I wouldn't be able to do if I did a live stream, when I built the UCS Falcon, what was so fun with that is I had the Star Wars movies on in the background too. But like, obviously I can't show the Star Wars movies on a live stream because like that's gonna get copyright. I'm gonna get a copyright strike. They're gonna like take my stream down and maybe do like something with the channel. So obviously I can't do that. But like what I would want to do is like watch like marathon Star Wars The Clone Wars and kind of do the same type of deal where I try and build it all in one day. And that's like less pieces too. So like I don't think that would be too terrible to do. Norman's on sabbatical mode. Green Goblin. Oh, did you ever get the new what's it called? Did you ever get the new No Way Home Final Battle set, Wily Boy? Because that gives us our first what is it? What is his name? William Dafoe, Green Goblin minifigure in over 20 years. And I have to say, I really was very happy with the Green Goblin minifigure that they did give us. I just wish it had some leg printing. That was my only complaint. Could have used a little bit of leg printing and maybe a little purple hood to give us too, because I think they already have the hood element in purple. They had it for like the Nexo Knights theme, I think is what it was, is what they had that for. Also, I think we are building the thumbs, so we're building 2 thumbs for him. Here's what they look like so far. Very small, definitely not as crazy of a build as everything else that we have worked on, but we can kind of see the set is coming to a close. We're starting to put finishing details here, and it is getting closer and closer to being done, which is good. Very good. I think it's probably be finished. It's like dang 2:37. I hope to be done by 3 because I still gotta make my TikTok video for today too. I gotta work on my TikTok upload, and then I have to work on tomorrow's upload for the YouTube channel. I'd like to get a head start on what is it, Wednesday's video too, because I only have the weekend off, so I don't want to have to like go into work and then also have to worry about posting a YouTube video in between there. Try and like set it up so like on my off days I get everything done for the week that I have to. That way I get to chill when I have work, and the only thing I have to worry about is getting to work on time and actually making sure that everything is running smoothly with that. Oh wait, I think I placed a piece wrong for this guy. I've got to move something over here. So, it's supposed to be a 2x3, and then wait, hold on. So that goes right there. I don't know why. Of all things in the set, the little thumbs that I'm supposed to build are giving me a little bit of trouble, which is funny. I remember the Mighty Bowser live. You were scared that Bowser only had eyes and no face when you took a break of the set. I do remember that. That was so funny. Yeah, because like, um, I had gotten to a point. I had already been live for like some time, and I had just started working on the face because before he was like just this headless Koopa Troopa, which is already creepy enough, and then it just like ended up working out to like where I finished it, like the part that I had been working on. I ended up finishing that right when freaking what is it? I was like starting on his face features, and what sucked for that was I was like I had only first started on his face, and so it looked like way too creepy for me to. It was like I was like, oh my gosh, I've been building for so long now, but then I was like, I'm kind of tired, I'm losing my voice, but then I was like, oh my god, this looks so creepy though. Like I have to fall asleep to this like faceless Bowser that just like has eyeballs right now. Like what if it attacks me in the middle of the night or something? It was like nightmare fuel, I guess. And we're starting to build some of the claws here. You get like these little metallic things as like some of his fingernails, which is pretty cool. And now this is where the fun begins. We build 4 of the same finger. So this is definitely the part of the build. This is not where the fun begins, but it'll be exciting at least to see the finished model though. So if anything, we're getting closer to completion of that. So I guess that's a good thing, though I'm not having fun getting there for now because I'm like, oh no, the same thing over and over again. But oh well, those were the minifig reviews daily moment exactly. I think honestly that might have been a LEGO minifigs daily moment too. Honestly, I don't think I changed my name until like May. I think because I remember I built that like I think that was in April. I think like mid-April when I built the Mighty Bowser, because I remember I was on the Super Mario Bros. Kick because they had the Mario movie come out, and I wanted to build all the kind of UCS style Nintendo sets for it, because like that's what finally I guess pushed me to get those. Because I'd been meaning to get the Mighty Bowser for some time, and I also really wanted the question mark block, and so I remember I went question mark block Mighty Bowser NES, because the NES was sold out for like ages. I feel like I was finally able to get that, but I think the NES was June, I think, or something. Bowser had lasers. Oh, you may be right. Yeah. The LEGO Minifigs Daily era. RIP LEGO Minifigs Daily. I had to change my name because I still haven't heard back from the Ambassador Network. I think they're getting very close to reviewing applications, though, which would be exciting. So I could potentially get some free LEGO sets to review. But I remember I could have gotten in last year, and I could have saved a lot of money on LEGO had I had a different name, because I reached all of the requirements to be a LEGO ambassador. The big one that gets a lot of people is you have to have created content for I think like over a year, and you have to have at least like one upload, or like one upload every week or something. And that kind of weeds out a lot of people. But I had already met that threshold. I had like surpassed it actually. But my username had Lego in it, and I didn't realize that this, if you want to be able to get some free sets to review, and you also get to see some sets early, you can't have Lego in your name, because I guess it's a trademark, but I guess they also don't want it to seem like you are speaking on behalf of Lego instead of being your own independent reviewer. So that creates its own little controversy, I guess. I don't really know if it's controversial or whatever, but yeah, I guess the Mighty Bowser set is like my most wanted set. I keep talking about it. I'll just like the Tumblr. Yeah, I would highly recommend it though. I have nothing but positive things to say about that set. Although you honestly have more time though. So like I know with like the sets that you want to get, the other sets you want, I think are retiring sooner. Like the Justifier, that's going to be gone by the end of the year. I know you also wanted the Cantina, because the Mighty Bowser is like fairly new. I think it's about to turn a year old. I think it came out last October. I think actually it's still a fairly recent set. So like it's an amazing set for sure, and definitely one of my favorites. I love the Nintendo UCS sets. Apparently we're getting a Piranha Plant one soon, so I'm excited for that.
because I think that's going to happen next year. We're getting like a UCS style piranha plant or something. So that'll be really cool to add to the Nintendo stuff. But whatever, I guess. So that'll be cool. But I think the Bowser set is great. I am a fan of it. My only kind of gripe with it is it's like slightly overpriced, but that's really it. I'm trying to get it before Christmas with the Home Alone. Oh yeah, you should. If you don't have the Home Alone set already, you should definitely get that. I also really like that one too. That I'm surprised that hasn't been in my top 10, honestly, because that's one of my biggest Lego sets that I have in my Lego collection, and I really like it a lot. The detail in it is great, and I just had a lot of fun building that one too. I remember the vibes were really special for that one because it was like, you know, Christmas time, and I had like my Christmas music on in the background. I listened to the Home Alone movie too. I can't remember if I just only had Christmas music on or if it was also Home Alone, if it was just the Home Alone movie or if I had Christmas music on in the background too. I can't remember, but I at least remember having a fun time building that though, with the holiday vibes and stuff. Hey, what's up, LML? You're back. My mom insists on making homemade salsa. It does not taste good at all. Oh dang, bro, that sucks. But hey, welcome back, LML. I'm glad you were able to make it before we finished off the set. We are adding some finishing details right now. We're working on his fingers right now. So we're working on the fingers for this set, and we are also working on the plaque here. We're almost done with the fingers, I think, because like I think that is like the bulk of this. You have to build like the same thing over and over again. And since we're almost done with that, most of the pieces here are gone. We only have like 2 more sets of fingers to add to each side, and then it's literally just the whatchamacallit, just the small stand, which is literally, it just has like the small ramp piece that says Black Panther, and that's literally it. Where's Cole Mitchell? I think he had it out a while ago, but maybe he'll come back for the end of the live. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to place it live, because like usually what I would do on TikTok, I haven't really gotten to this point yet with the YouTube live stream, because like the other YouTube live streams I did, I had on my phone and I had it set up to like where everything wasn't plugged up together, but like I'm curious if I'll be able to actually place it once I finish it, because like the thing with my current setup is a lot less mobile than the TikTok setup is. So, but I guess it would be very easy to kind of move my webcam around. I guess drop test when you were done. Drop test, exactly. Yes, I need to do a drop test on the Millennium Falcon too. That would be the highly anticipated drop test. I would imagine how terrible that would be, because that one, it's already so fragile, and imagine just trying to find all of the pieces for the Millennium Falcon after doing that too. Oh my god, because they're all like the same color, and they're all like, they use like the same few pieces for greebling too, and it's like just absurd. So oh my god. That would be a nightmare. This one would probably be too, because like most of them are black and purple, so that would be a little bit scary, or it actually be very scary to kind of try and find all the pieces. But there are definitely worse sets that I could drop, I would say. Also, we finally finished these fingers, so we've got the little claws on it too, the nice little metallic, the chrome silver, which is probably one of my favorite parts of the set. Boom, right here. And these are going to attach to the gauntlets here while the boy's saying drop test, drop test, drop test. Yeah. All right, so we've got one right there, and then this one goes right here. Cool. I'm gonna kind of like fold these two a bit because I don't like when they're just like out like that. And then this side is gonna go. Okay, it's the first one right here. I guess the fingers are slightly different for each one. I guess like they're a different length. So one goes right there. And then we've got a small gap right there for that. So boom, there we go. Just one last set. And then we will be finished up with this guy. So here we go. What's good though, is we can actually see what we were doing more clearly though. So that'll be good. It should go by a little bit quicker, even though if it's the same repetitive thing, there are way less pieces for us to actually build with, which means much quicker building process, which will be good, because I think this was also one of my complaints when I was building the Infinity and the Nano Gauntlet was like how repetitive it got when I got to the final part of the set. It's like you've already built the main attraction and all of the details are practically done. But then you just have to build like the same thing over and over again. And that's when it kind of gets like kind of annoying. Like with the Daily Bugle is the windows. With this, it's the fingers. And I feel like with the honestly, what's another set that was kind of super repetitive? There's a lot of repetition in certain Lego sets though, because usually like build one side or like you'll build like the front of it and then you just gotta like do the exact same thing over on the back too, which is kind of annoying. Should I spend $340 to make Patsy's Pub modular from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Yeah, I say go for it. You know, if that's something you care about a lot and you want to have a Lego version of that, I say definitely you should do that. So I say go for it. Do it. Do what must be done, in my opinion. Because I don't really know what that looks like, but like I am a big fan of the modular buildings, and if you can make your own kind of mock of it, I think that would be pretty cool. So I say you should definitely do it. Make your dreams come true. Now I just gotta find these 2x4 plates here. I have a bunch of 2x3 ones instead, so I'm wondering if I probably placed 2x3 plates where I should have all right, 2x4 plates where I should have put 2x3 plates earlier on. I bet. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I did. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's bad. I gotta deconstruct these fingers. That's not good. All right. I think it should be a relatively easy fix though. It'll help us reach the 3-hour mark. I think the longest live stream I've ever done has been 3.5 hours, but I don't think this one will reach that length. I don't think there's no way there's 3.5 hours of content left in this one. Let's see if I can try and pinpoint where I put a 2x4 plate instead of a 2x3. Looks like for these guys, they look to be accurate. Or maybe it was for the thumbs. I bet it was for the thumbs. I bet. But I need 4 of them. Let's see. Let's detach these guys. We're just like completely disassembling everything we have worked so hard to do. Lego should make more Simpsons sets. I know, right? Yeah, I feel like the Lego Simpsons sets actually sold really well back in the day. So I'm kind of surprised that they discontinued that theme, you know, because that was such a popular theme. They had 2 CMF series based around it. And they also had the Simpsons house and they had the Quickie Mart. So I'm honestly surprised that they got rid of that theme too, because I feel like that was a very oh, I think wait, did I place the thing wrong? Let's see. Where does this go? Okay, no, that looks right. And let's see here. What about this part of the build? Huh, okay. I'm confused. Okay, I don't know. I had to have put 2x3 plates somewhere where they could have been. And the only thing I have built has been the fingers so far. But I would like to see some Simpsons Lego sets. I don't think I would buy them, but I like when Lego has a lot of variety out and when they have like, you know, something for everybody to buy. And I think the more themes that Lego releases, the better, because that'll mean more people are buying Lego sets. So we'll end up getting more sets that we actually care about. So I would really like to see that. And especially for the Lego Simpsons fans, because like literally these Simpsons sets have just gotten to a ridiculous price now, because like I don't really see them remaking it anytime soon. And I think that is why they have gotten so like ridiculously expensive recently. I think it's just because it is highly unlikely for Lego to make more, I guess, which doesn't really make sense because they've made sets like The Office recently. So you would think they would make more. I could see it having a comeback though. I only have $50 right now, but It's Always Sunny is one of my favorite shows right now. Well, definitely. Can you earn money by doing lives on YouTube? Yes, you can. I think that's one of the things that unlocks later on, though. I think you either have to hit 1,000 subscribers or 500 to actually unlock that feature. But yes, that is something that you can do. I know that's like a lot of YouTubers' big source of income, I think, is their live streams and stuff. I think there's a greater potential than TikTok for that, I think, though I am not entirely sure. Also, I had no luck trying to find what pieces here were wrong. So maybe I did get 2x3 plates instead of 2x4s, but I highly doubt that would happen though, because usually they are very good at sending over the correct pieces. So I probably just made a stupid mistake earlier on, honestly. So I might just pull some from my current collection to remedy that instead of like taking apart literally the entire Lego set. That would probably be a better solution, because I know I definitely do have a few spare 2x4 plates lying around here somewhere. So we have fixed our issue right here, and we're going to work on the gauntlets finally. Lego Star Court Mall for next Stranger Things. So I know, right? I feel like we potentially could get one, though, now that I think about it, with the Stranger Things 5. I think they would definitely do something like that. So I could see them doing a Star Court Mall. I hope they would, because I don't really see them doing any Stranger Things Lego sets now that there's not really any Stranger Things content for them to make sets off of. Granted, they could always go back, and like, oh, you know what I did? Oh, I see. I did something stupid. This says only build 2 of them, but I was building 4. That's why I don't have the things. So I really just dismantled all of those plates and the fingers for no reason. That's funny. At least we know what the issue was now. But I would love to see a Star Court Mall, because like I remember when I was really into the Stranger Things show and the Upside Down set, one thing that everybody, including myself, was really disappointed about was that there was like a huge absence of characters from the show. You only really get a bunch of the ones from season 1, because like we don't have a Max minifigure, we don't have a Steve Harrington minifigure. We only really have like the original gang. And I think the reason why we didn't get Steve was because he wasn't really a big part of season 1. He was kind of a villain at first, and they kind of redeemed his character later on. We also don't have Mike's sister. I think her name's Nancy. Yeah, Nancy. And we still need Vecna, and it would be cool if like we got a Star Court Mall. I know Alexi isn't at the Battle of Star Court Mall, but we can get a little Alexi minifigure. I think that would be nice to see in Lego. I feel like the fans would just love that. That if they put Alexi in the Lego set, I feel like he would sell. Just the entire set would sell out so quickly, I feel like, but I don't know. I wish Lego Ideas would accept Always Sunny a theme, because it'd be an amazing set and quite a few possibilities. And I know that's a pretty popular show too. That's like, I feel like that's one of the most popular sitcoms. And the fact that it has like 16 seasons, you said, like that shows that like the demand is there. People would definitely want Lego sets of it. And especially with all of the sitcom sets that we have been getting recently. We finally got an Office Lego set, which honestly felt like it was never going to happen. And we got a Friends set, and we got a Seinfeld set. Honestly, all we need, I would like to see a Parks and Rec set, which I could see them doing. And we also still need an It's Always Sunny set as well. So I could see them doing it. I think they've already like sent over a Lego Ideas submission for it. And I think it either got denied or it didn't have enough support. But I remember there was also one, people were trying to get a Community Lego set as well. I haven't seen that, but I've heard that's another really funny show, is Community. I need to see that show. I think it's finally getting a movie. They've been talking about that show getting a movie for like forever now, but I think it's finally happening. It's at least in the works, last I heard, so that's good. Also, we finished these fingers, which were took us forever to do because I made a stupid mistake and built too many, but now it is all fixed, and we can place this on here, and we just have one last set to do, and then that will be the gauntlets all finished up. So that'll be good. And then we just have the stand left over, and the stand, it does not look like it has like any pieces to it at all. So that'll be good. Nancy Wheeler, yeah, I have like for like very unique figures. Same. Would you get it if they made an It's Always Sunny set? I definitely will, even if I make my own. It's hard to say. Because I've never seen the show, right now it's probably a no. But, excuse me. I think if I saw the show, that would probably be what would like kind of convince me to see the show, is if they made a Lego set of it, I would probably start watching the show. If I really liked the show, then I think I would probably buy it, because my thing is I don't have like infinite room for Lego sets. So the Lego sets that I do get, I want to like actually care about and like have the like, I want to actually like the sets that I buy. That's why I haven't really gotten the Friends apartment set yet. I thought it was cool. Like, it's a nice set, but like I'm not a huge
fan of the Friends TV show. Like the set looks cool, but the show, in my opinion, kind of overrated. I only have the Central Perk set in my collection, which is why I have not gotten the apartments. So like it would depend on how my opinion is on the show. That's all it takes. Because like with Stranger Things, I originally was like, I don't know why, but I was a Stranger Things hater for some reason. I had never seen the show, but I was a hater of it and did not want to watch it for some time. I like gave it a chance, watched one episode, and then I was immediately hooked. I went and impulse bought the Upside Down like literally the same day that I saw the first episode. So I would say it's probably more likely that I do buy it than if I don't, but we'll see, I guess. Wiley Boy says, I hope I don't make mistakes during my lives. I'll tell you what, though, at the start, I feel like I've gotten a lot better at it recently, but when you first start, it makes the most simple builds so frustrating and very, very confusing because it's hard at first because I feel like when you normally build a Lego set, your only focus is the set you are building, so it's harder, or it's harder to make mistakes when the only thing you are focusing on is the set you are building. However, when you first start going live, you have so many other things you have to worry about. You're like, trying to hold a conversation, and then you also are looking at chats, and there's so many other things. Like when I first started, it was a disaster. I was building the Darth Vader helmet. That was one of the first ones I did. And that set is already like pretty challenging. Also, we've got the fingers are now finished, so his gauntlets are done. Hooray. So that's done. I think I messed up on one of them though, so I've got to fix that after the live where I like messed up one of the technic parts of it, but that shouldn't be too terrible of a fix. But there he is so far. And now it's onto the stand, which is the final part, but it definitely takes some getting used to. But once you do get used to it, I don't think you will be too terrible. I would start off with like easy Lego sets and then like work your way up. Don't start with the ECS set. I remember I started with the Dynamic Duo Funhouse Escape, which went well because that one wasn't too terrible at all. And then I did Arkham Asylum, which was a bit of a step up, but also wasn't like terrible either. And then I went, boom, jumped to the Vader helmet, which is already a difficult set because of like, it's just one color. And the helmet series sets, I feel like kind of require a bit of attention to them. And I remember that was a train wreck. I remember I had to, I got so frustrated with it. Like, I feel like you could just tell while watching. I was just like, I just had like a sour look on my face. I was just mad. I was just like, why is it not working? And I remember I had to like end the live early and I had to like just slow down and focus on it. And then I was able to get it done after that. But yeah, it takes a lot of practice, but I think you'll be fine. No. TBH, you need to watch. It's way better than every other sitcom I've seen so far. Seinfeld and Malcolm in the Middle are the only ones I like on a similar level. Okay, got you. I'll try and give it a watch, but I feel like you all know how terrible I am at watching TV shows. It takes me forever to get into them, and I will literally just like watch them for a little bit, then just like stop, and then I'll go back to it. Like it took me forever to watch Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, and then when I did, I feel like it didn't take me long to finish Breaking Bad, but it took me like way too long to finish watching Better Call Saul. I finally did though, which was good. Hey, welcome back. It's Tio. It's looking good. I know, right? Thank you. It's almost done. I'm just working on the final stand here. And then, yeah, the Black Panther bust will be 100% complete. We're working on the little display plaque right now, but we hardly ever, we don't have like any pieces left at all. We're at the 3-hour mark. Dang, 3-hour mark for this. I was hooked on the first few episodes of It's Always Sunny. Well, that's a good sign then, because usually if a show that I'm interested in watching starts off slow, I don't think I'll like end up finishing it. Like yesterday, last night, I hear a lot of people say I Think You Should Leave. It's really funny. It's on Netflix. It's like the Tim Robinson. It's like very short episodes. And I saw like clips of it on TikTok and I thought it was very funny. But then the first episode so far has sucked. I do not like the first episode. And I don't know if I'll like keep watching it because of that. Because I know it gets like really funny later on, but like the first episode terrible. And I'm like, ugh. I don't like it. I don't like it. And so it's probably not very likely that I'll finish seeing that one. But that's true for a lot of sitcoms, though, for some reason. I guess they're kind of like feeling out their audience and like seeing what their audience likes and what they don't like, because they're kind of experimenting a little bit. So maybe that's why it's like a consistent thing that like the first season or like the first few episodes are kind of trash. I was thinking about going live at 4 to 4:30 my time. Will you be busy?
what time is that for me? Is that like an hour after? So like, would that be like 5 my time? Because I should be able to like tune in for a little bit. Because all I've got to do is just edit my YouTube video for tomorrow, and then that's it. So I feel like I should be able to. So definitely 5. Oh yeah, that'll work. Yeah. I think You Should Leave is not a sitcom; it's a sketch comedy show. Well, yeah, it's not a sitcom, but like, yeah, comedy. You know, so like I know the sitcoms are a different format, but I haven't liked it so far. I really like Impractical Jokers though. I've been watching a bunch of Impractical Jokers. I'm on season 6 now of that. That's been my show right now. Impractical Jokers. Also, we're placing our sticker piece as well as the final piece of the Lego set. So let me focus here real quick. Make sure I can get this aligned. All right, nice. There we go. Did a solid job of placing our Black Panther sticker. But right now, I've been watching a ton of Impractical Jokers, the Harley Quinn show, and Ahsoka. Oh, and look at that. We now have a finished set. I want to go on the Impractical Jokers tour because Eric Andre and Steve O will be guests on it, and I love all of them. Yeah, I saw that they have like celebrity guests since Joe left, and I thought that was pretty cool. Also, there is the Black Panther set, all finished up. Should I hold off on the Jedi Starfighter? If yes, I can start with the 2017 Republic fighter tank. I think you should do the Republic fighter tank first, and then do the Jedi Starfighter. I say build up because the Starfighter is, in my opinion, the better set. But that's just my opinion. The cruise, I should say. Congrats, says it's Tia. Thank you. I messed up on this glove. I have to finish this glove. I like messed up a Technic part, so it's not aligning how it should. But apart from that, though, yeah, it is all complete. I have to play around with the face a little bit too, just to kind of make that look nice and clean. But yeah, there is the Black Panther bust in 3 hours and 5 minutes. So I think that is all for today. I got a busy day ahead of me. I got to make some content with this, and then I got to rest my voice here. So thank y'all so much for watching. That is all for today. I'll be live again soon. I'll definitely keep y'all posted when the next live will be. But thank y'all for watching. It was a lot of fun getting to build this, and I will see y'all later. Peace out, y'all.